Hey everybody, welcome to Para-Ops, Open-Minded Paranormal Skeptics. I'm your host, Sky. It is not Wednesday night, so we're doing things a little differently. Tonight we're going to give you some evidence from... Oh my goodness, I lost my words. I saw somebody move backstage and it distracted me. We're going to give you evidence from Hell House, but tonight it is not our evidence. We are showcasing Beyond the Walls Paranormal. They are a wonderful team, and I'm going to bring them up now to introduce them. We'll start with the founders, Sarah and Fred. Hey, guys.
Hello.
My cat has
decided to...
Is that what I saw move?
Yeah.
That's our cat. She's a little extra.
Sorry.
It's okay. Do you want to give us a little introduction about yourselves? Background story to how you started Beyond the Walls.
Ladies first.
So we actually started during COVID because we were like really bored, and obviously we love the paranormal, and we decided like, why not start going to locations, cemeteries, things like that. I'm gonna kill this cat. And we just kind of really dove into it. I mean, things were just coming to us like, hey, my house is haunted, or hey, did you guys ever investigate here or there? And it just sort of snowballed, and he had the idea for the YouTube channel, and he does all the editing and everything. So yeah.
That's pretty cool. I watched some of your YouTube clips, and they're pretty neat. I like how you edit them.
Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah, he does really good.
You're welcome. I'm going to throw up my co-host, Marlena. We will save your investigator for last.
Hi.
Okay, now you can hear me. Hi.
Hi. Nice.
I pulled over. I'm pulled over. I'm parked. I'm good.
I was going to say, I don't see anything moving behind you. So
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, David.
Hey, David.
What's going on, David?
We are going to bring up Stacy now. She is an investigator with you guys, correct?
Yes.
And she was at Hell House when you guys investigated?
Yes, ma'am.
There she is.
Hello.
There she is.
Hi, everybody. Let's say hi to everybody here. Some of you are showing up without names, so if it's kind of annoying and tedious, but if you want to throw your name in with your comment, that's always helpful so we know who you are.
Yeah.
And our last introduction of the night, I believe, unless Angie gets to join us, she is on vacation. We have
Larissa.
Better late than never.
Hi, party's here.
There she is.
Hello.
Are you okay?
I made it. I survived cake with the in-laws.
Was there wine with the cake?
No, but there is now.
Okay, good. See,
Oh,
I
there
knew
you go.
she'd have a wine glass.
There you go.
Sarah
cheers.
knows.
What's going on,
Oh,
Alan?
I know.
Hi,
I
Stacey.
know.
Hi,
Hey, Tony. Hello, Facebook users. You're all going to pop up
Hello,
as
David.
invisible
Hello,
Hi,
Facebook
everybody.
users.
Facebook users.
That's fine. That's fine.
Hello, all Davids.
Yes, it's a
Oh,
party.
Hello, everybody.
Woohoo! Hey,
Yeah,
David.
we know.
Oh, is that my girl? That's Sarah. I know. She through a wine emoji up. She knows.
I saw
That
that.
one is
Yeah,
Sarah
well,
from Canada.
That's Sarah from Canada. Hi,
Fabian.
Fabian. That's
Hello.
cousin Fabian.
What's going on?
Hello, hello.
Sarah said that you were Carilla DeVilling at home to make it in time.
I'm like, Larissa said she's driving, and I just feel this Cruella vibe coming as you're flying home. The vibe I got.
No. It was good. It was hibachi and no, I couldn't miss this, man. I'm dying. Guys, you know what's so exciting?
You're lucky.
This is the first freaking episode of Ops where none of us well, actually, I don't want to speak for my co-hosts, but I have not seen the evidence other than the one sneak peek that I did get from Sarah a couple weeks ago. But anything else you sent besides that, girl, I didn't see it or hear it.
That's awesome. I'm glad you're going to be seeing it like here first.
I'm going to be honest, I had to test the sound, so I did hear and see the clips.
How about you, Marlena?
No, I have no clue what's about to happen.
So are we about to be open-minded paranormal skeptics on our own show?
Pretty much.
So. Yeah.
So,
We can take it. We can take it.
I'm from Australia.
Hi.
That's
No,
That's
that's what this is.
awesome.
What's up? In the house.
Welcome. Hello, cousin Fabian.
David days are the best. No, ladies' days are the best.
Dave is.
Corbin, is Corbin on here?
He must be one of our Facebook users.
Has to be.
So, guys, I figured out something before we go any further. I figured something out, something crazy. If you guys join from Third Eye Events, we can't see your profile.
That is the one, yeah.
Right.
That's
So
why
if
they
you're
got message.
yes, so if you guys are friends with me, or Marlena or Sky, join from an area. We.
Wee. I heard wee.
She's cutting out.
Teresa, what's happening, girl?
She cut out at wee wee. Larissa had a fixed connection.
She's a little frozen right now.
We.
Don't worry.
I know, yeah.
Said it again.
There she
Wait,
is.
she gotta drink her wine. Hold on, give her a second.
Tony.
I
It's
ain't ever
wine,
dragging Dennis. Don't come up in here calling me dragging. Is that an army joke?
It's her wine.
Larissa, we heard wee, and then you just were gone.
Yeah, we didn't hear the rest of what you were saying. You completely cut out on us.
I forgot what I was saying
So
already.
you were
it's
saying
irrelevant.
if they watch from Third Eye, because it's an event page, it won't show the name. Okay.
Yeah.
Correct.
So if you're friends with us, watch it from there.
Correct.
Yeah.
Or you could put your name with your comment, whichever.
That too. As tedious as it is.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, just write in the comment.
What is happening, guys? Everybody,
Tony, what's up?
The Curse of the Wine Dragon. Oh, this is so cute. This is cute. These shows are not about evidence. They're about everybody picking on everybody else. That's cute.
Yeah.
Let's talk about
Tony.
what we're really here for before we go off the rails.
I have Tony in my phone as Ghost Buddy, by the way. I'm just going to say that. And I just can't bring myself to change it. It's too funny. But sometimes if I don't hear from him for a while, I'm like, Ghost Buddy. Like, oh, Tony.
You'll be like, who's Ghost Buddy? Oh, wait, it's Tony.
Yeah.
You love me, Tony.
So how many pieces of evidence do we have tonight?
we have 5.
Ooh,
Oh my
God.
And we're talking this long about my wine?
Yes.
Gotta get that
Because
out of
wine
the way.
is
Wine's
important.
Gotta get it out of the way, Larissa.
It's the tears of your enemies.
Are we on an ambulance?
Oh my god.
That's Tony.
All right,
All right, guys.
Tony's on a call. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
he's dedicated right
joining
there.
us while on a call. Hey,
Oh
dedication.
my god. All right. Well, what do we got first?
Do
You have to let me prepare for the scream one because I have to explain myself. So save that for whatever.
Well,
all right,
wait,
I'll save
let's
the scream
talk-
for last.
Guys, let's
There
talk
you go.
about let's talk about the situation though. Let Sarah set the stage because people may not know who are watching, like who she is and what this is about and all that.
Yeah. So
That's what I was
do you
about
want
to
to
do.
start with the scream one? Do you want to start with that just so I can explain it and get it out of the way?
Well, let's start with what
Let's
happened.
start with your experience. Like what
Okay.
going in.
like what happened. You were the first team to stay fully for the night because you weren't the first team in there.
Okay. Yeah, we weren't
We
sure
were
about that.
honored to
We
be
know
there
we
for so
were,
long.
so we stayed.
Thank you.
So I'll speak for myself and then they can, but for me, it was interesting because the locations we're used to are really wide open. So it's like you're in one room, but then you're in another room, but wait, there's another room. And so it kind of adds to the ambiance because you're not really sure what's around the corner. And it's almost like, for me, it made it a little spookier just because I'm really bad with direction. He can tell you, like, bad. And I'm like, wait, where am I? What floor am I on?
You got turned around so much
Really
when we were
did.
there.
But it added to it a little bit because then you have that, like, a little bit of anxiety going into the next room. You're trying to find where you're going, but was I here before? And then, oh, I remember that thing or that bed over there. So I thought that was neat and unique because we never, ever experienced that before. But when we were following you doing the first little tour, as soon as we went into that kitchen, as soon as we went in there, I was like, I just felt like when you walk into a room and people are looking at you, like your in-laws or something, and you're kind of like, that's the feeling I was getting, like we were being watched from the kitchen, which was odd because I thought it would be more basement or attic, but for me, it was the kitchen area. And so Yeah, but it was neat. I enjoyed myself. I had a really good time. You can.
Yeah, I want to go back.
We've been talking about it since we left.
You can stay overnight now, Fred. You can actually
I would love
sleep
to.
there.
I will
We
pull
want to
a
be the
cot
first
up,
team to stay overnight there.
give me a little bit to drink sometimes.
Oh God.
Let me just sleep out. I'll be all right.
Yeah.
No, I'm a huge horror movie buff, and that Hell House movie, I'm like, oh my God, we get to go here. This is
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. He was
So
Your cats are killing each other, Sarah.
Sorry.
So let's actually talk about that for a second, because I don't think people really understand that. So Hell House is a haunted attraction in October, but it's also a house and a former hotel and a former restaurant that somebody came along and made into an actual haunted attraction. But in 2014, Steve Cognetti came along and asked if he could film Hell House there. So there's three things happening there: haunted attraction, historically haunted location, just by way of history, right?
Yeah.
Things that have happened there, and then a movie was filmed there. So there's like a lot going on in that house.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's you're a huge movie buff, and then what's the movie about, Mister? What's the movie about, Fred? Like,
Listen,
to tie it all
let me go off. Well, the movie was, a group of kids go into the house to turn it into a horror attraction. And then, obviously, like, spooky stuff starts happening to the camera guys slowly. And then it just gets worse and worse. And then all hell breaks loose, if you will, towards the night that it actually opens up. And, the second one was kind of...
Yeah, I like the first one. I didn't see the second one.
You don't have to.
I like
No, you don't. But
didn't you when you went in, Stacy, you were immediately drawn up to the bedroom area or something?
Yeah, when we went up the steps and you got to the bedrooms where the beds are and all the stuffed animals, it was so heavy, so thick. I mean, there was more than just kids in there. Like, I just felt it as soon as they got up there.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Are you a medium or psychic or working on that or anything like that? Gifted at all in that way?
Nope.
She does feel things.
Like,
I think you are trying to work on it a little bit, but she's super busy. But sometimes you do, when you go somewhere, you're like, ugh, I
can feel it. Like when we were at Samuel Miller Mansion down in the basement where that young girl was murdered. I mean, I can't even describe it. My breathing was restricted. My chest was heavy. My temperature dropped like 20 degrees. Like, that female spirit down there wanted me to know what happened to her. And our SLS camera down there was going crazy. And it almost, to me, looked like the guy when they were abusing her and killing her. So I do sense stuff and I feel stuff. But other than that, I haven't
it's there.
really worked on anything, I guess you could say.
I think when you investigate for long enough, you start to slowly build up that kind of not so much sixth sense or like any like sensitivity or anything like that, but you start to, if you trust your body enough, you start to be like, I don't like that room.
Like you
can trust your instincts and
yeah.
Guys,
I mean,
you also have to remember this. A lot of times, you don't have to be psychic or anything like that. If a spirit sees something in you and they want to communicate, they're going to communicate with you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I think what was unique about Hell House, though, was like, and I guess we all have preconceived notions, we just think like attics and basements or, where the dark, creepy room is going to be the one where stuff's going on. But it was like, for me, it was the kitchen. And I didn't expect that at all. I'm like, why am I getting a weird vibe in the kitchen?
I run through the kitchen.
What's that?
I said I run through the kitchen.
Yeah.
Like I will book it through the kitchen, through the freezer. I don't like that area either.
I do gotta say, that was the only room in the whole house I turned my flashlight on my phone to walk through. I don't get like that usually. I'll just walk through, grab stuff, go back through without even thinking about it. But I don't know. Not just saying that just to say, the kitchen, but it's legit,
Yeah.
I've had some stuff happen to me in the kitchen that I ignore. But Tony actually walked through there with me and Angela, and after he walked through there with me, some of the stuff that he said, it did make sense. And now when I go in the kitchen, I do say, don't touch me.
Yeah,
He
I got
picked on some stuff. He picked up on some stuff too.
Well, one of
He
the
did-
pieces of evidence actually is kind of intertwined with what you're saying with the kitchen.
So do you, I'm curious, do the users want me to actually, yes. Oh, don't you stop it, Tony, right now.
That was earlier.
I got told Larissa
You-
that.
He likes
You
to-
stop it.
Like,
Do you,
I like
do
to
you
hang
guys-
around people too.
Sarah, do you want me to tell the viewers what I told you about the entities that were in the spaces now that you've completed your investigation? Or do you want to do your readings of what you felt was in the spaces? Like, how do you want to?
I think what would be good is a lot of the evidence clips I sent her correlates with what you told us when you didn't even know that these things happened and you didn't even have the evidence. But at the end of the night, you started just telling us the basics, and it was like matching up with the kitchen thing matched up, the scream, everything was matching up. So I think we can kind of rope it in when the piece of evidence
Okay.
is.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Hello.
perfect.
Okay, before we do, I want to start off. Do you want to start off with the scream?
Let's just go. I got.
Well,
listen,
big or go home. Let's go.
All right.
I'm glad Tony's
Okay.
on here. I'm glad Tony's on here because he can
Yeah.
validate I don't scream.
I've only seen her scream like one time, not including like with anything with bugs, but something with like paranormal wise.
I scream for bugs, yes, but
yeah,
no.
yeah.
I don't. I
But-
freeze. I'm somebody that freezes
Yeah.
when I get scared. I just don't move generally.
It was this and Penhurst. Was,
I can get into that. But anyway,
that's a whole podcast.
So
So-
those of you listening, if you have headphones in, please just, it is a very loud, blood-curdling scream.
I'm sorry. Okay, so let me explain.
Okay.
John and Jake, we were in the bar area, and we had that box. Larissa, what is the box called?
It's the ink box and
Ink.
Brandon Cooper Supernatural Ink. If you want one, amazing.
It's awesome.
We
wanna
need
get
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
So
did
Larissa
have the
had
right
let
name.
us use it, which was great, and we had it setting on the bar, and I left the walkie in the kitchen. So I don't know why John and Jake went together, but they left to go to the kitchen to get the walkie and left me in the bar. And I decided that I'm going to finally hold the camera and just be productive. So I'm holding the camera and I'm sitting at, there's these raised tables, and I was sitting there, but right behind me was a doorway, and I don't remember where anymore, but there was just this open doorway right here. So I'm just holding the camera, and John and Jake didn't even get that far because I could still hear their footsteps. And this woman's voice, like, just was in my ear. It was in my ear to the point where my ear like vibrated, and I was like, because it was in my ear.
You heard her in the attic.
But
Yep, we were the whole way in the attic.
footage, I'm like, I don't know if it's also coming through the box or not. I can't tell, but it was literally in my ear. And how this correlates to Larissa, at the end of the night, she was saying, you know, there's a woman that hangs out in the bar, and if you girls aren't working, she's going to tell you to work. And John and Jake had just left, so I was the only one in there. And then I get this in my ear, and you can hear it right before my, just so y'all listening, right before my scream. I think Larissa, you said that she may have said like, hey, or I can't really tell what she's saying, but
Let's see if I know what she said because I know her voice. I can hear her voice. So let's see if they can pick up on what she says.
okay, that'd be good.
All right. You ready?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm playing it.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry. Sorry about Jake's cursing there.
I
We
forgot-
even walkied Sarah and we're like, did you just scream? Are you okay?
My favorite part of the clip is Fred. What the fuck was that?
Like, I'm sorry, it was in my ear. I was just like, oh my God. But you can hear her voice, and it was right here. And it was my reaction. That was a natural, I didn't give a crap. I was a ghost hunter, something talking in my ear.
Maybe he wants to hear it again.
Yeah, we'll play it again. We all have those moments, though.
No.
We forget who we are.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry.
Tone.
One more time. One more
Tone
time.
more time?
It says tone. One more time, I guess.
All right, I'll play it one more time. Hello to everybody that said hello that I didn't pull
Hi,
up
guys.
before, too. All right, one more time.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry.
That ending just topped it off.
It was, yeah.
It was hard to
Yeah.
make out.
It was almost like, hey, you, or something. Like,
Let's-
it was in my ear.
Does everybody who's listening have earphones on?
Tony thought he heard hi there. They probably
It's
don't all
possible,
have
yeah.
earphones.
Could have been high. She wanted me to work, Tony. I wasn't
No.
working.
I'll tell you what she said.
What'd she say?
How are you?
Oh.
She got right up,
Ooh.
and I know she gets right up here. She was
She
like,
up there.
how are you? Is like, why are you not working?
Like now I feel bad because she's just trying to talk to me and I'm screaming like an idiot.
Screaming in
Like,
her face, like, okay, fine. Don't gotta say hi.
what's funny is when I was reviewing footage, their cam in the attic, they're like,
We thought we got like an actual scream, like
they were
not
like, we
her
got really
screaming.
good evidence. And it was-
Yeah.
So you guys heard a
Woo!
male. That's interesting because the
I
female voice, it's a very deep voice. It's
yeah.
the name of that
Tony
entity is
wants it again.
Beatrice.
Tony wants it again. He wants to hear it
Oh,
again.
all right, Tony.
On the
Tony.
comments.
Guy's like, oh my God.
It does almost sound like a male. We'll play it again, Tony.
She's
Could
very
be.
deep.
Deep. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry.
See,
I
that
heard, "How
time I
are
heard
you?"
call me.
You heard homie. I heard how are you?
I heard call me.
That'd be funny, actually.
Call me.
Homie.
Yeah, I don't know.
Homie.
Here too late. Play it again.
Play it again.
Oh,
All right,
yeah,
Lauren.
Lauren. Sorry.
Maybe I'll have to wait till the video is done and up on YouTube.
We'll play it one more time.
Hi, Lauren. Jesus Christ. What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry.
That's
How
never
are
gonna get
you?
old.
It
How
is,
are
yeah,
you?
it's
Yeah,
definitely how are you?
Yeah.
Definitely a rough bar female
You
voice
know.
saying hi, a rough bar.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you,
yeah.
Like a
Tony.
Yeah.
Too many cigarettes.
Just chain smoking brothel lady.
Touch you or feel asleep. It was like a vibration. Responding to Raven here, it was more like a vibration in my ear. That's how I can explain it best. Clip the part out, Lisa. Hear it. Maybe slow it.
Sarah,
down.
did you smell cigarette smoke at all?
Certainly a deep voice. What's that?
Did you smell cigarette smoke at all when you were in the bar?
Nope.
No.
Yeah, I agree. It was like, hello, hi, how are you? Something like that. I feel bad though, kind of. She was just trying to chat, but I had to be stupid.
Screaming in her face.
So can I tell you that Beatrice is one of the funniest ones in there.
Oh, yeah?
Sarah, if you guys come back, she
Yeah.
like will argue with you straight up. Like
Really?
she will on the SLS, she'll lay out on the table in the dining room. She will like get up on it and lay out like for your man. Like
Like
she, right, Sky? Marlena, help me out here.
Yeah, she does.
Wow.
Lawrence, I don't know if it was menthols or if it was them cowboy killers. It was
Well,
definitely
the
right.
red.
Menthol.
The menthol.
Hi,
The
Lawrence.
Marlboro Reds.
You know, no, they're a totally different goal. True, very true, Tony. But see, now I wonder if we go back, I could bring something for her. Maybe she'll
Give her a
communicate with
cigarette.
her.
Money.
Sorry, I screamed in your face last time. I'm back.
Money. She wants
Money.
dollar bills.
Put money out.
So
on
we
the
went
board.
there. We went there blind. We didn't know any spirits that were there. We didn't know
No, we
any
didn't know anything.
information. We investigated completely blind. But now that we know, there's so many more things that I would do.
Yeah, absolutely. Good point, Stacy.
And I don't really know that her name is Beatrice, by the way. I have no idea if that's her name. It was a name that popped into my head. And sometimes we get names like Sarah the other day, you told me Ben.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get names and we don't know if it matches or not. And it's the name I got, so it's the name I'm sticking with.
You know what? She's probably thinking, well, if they just want to call me that, whatever. Like, they can call me whatever.
Next time I'm bringing cigarettes, I'm bringing dollar bills.
Let her
a
talk in your ear this time. Money for her
Paul Malls and Paul. Yes, Paul
She might be a
Malls.
natty daddy girl. You never know.
Her 7 and 7.
Maybe she needs a sugar daddy, Tony.
Yeah, there you go. Tony.
Oh man.
Tony would have fun with her. I feel like he'd be in there with
So
all this stuff.
Spirit worked at the brothel there.
We don't know that it was a brothel. We know it was a hotel at one time. Just based on the structure, and I believe 1979. I wish Angie was on here because she has more of that information, but I believe it was 1979 to 1996. It was a hotel in the area, and then 1996 it was bought as a restaurant.
Yeah.
And then 2014 is when 2013 maybe Angie got it as the haunt. Something like that. That's kind of the timeline.
If you're ever in an old school bar, you know what, the women that have been there for a long time, they're very sociable. They're all over everybody. They're chatting with everyone.
there's a lot of females there.
Yeah. I want her to come back. These guys are great in the comments, by the way. It's hysterical.
Yeah. Fabian, he said,
Floozy. Oh, get out of here.
He said young lingerie, amber and Marlboro Reds, but he meant to say Yingling.
Yingling.
Young lingerie sounds perfect for her.
He's like crap.
Lingerie works too.
Alan had the right, by the way. He said that Beatrice is the one that followed Angie from her old haunt.
That makes
That's
sense.
Yeah.
It's a shame
That
this is a daycare now.
That's
Yeah,
true.
but the haunt's still there in the old building. It's still upstairs in the attic. It's still all together. It's just Angie's not over at that building.
But
That's
is it
true,
daycare
but
now? Or
there still
Yeah.
was brothel activity at this location, though. I know Angie feels like she had a different name for that lady, though, guys. Remember? It wasn't Beatrice. It was another old name.
Yeah, she said there's still one over at the old haunt, but one followed her over to this haunt.
We don't know. Guys,
maybe with that box now we can get a clearer name.
Yeah.
I wish that we could get, like, I challenge anybody out there, anybody who's watching, anybody who will watch this later, please get us information on the location.
Yeah.
We love
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, there's nothing. I tried too.
Yeah. It's really tough. Brothel operation there. I feel
That's
you.
all
Tony.
bars.
So, hi, Facebook
Hello.
user.
All right.
So whatever Sky you want to put up, that's all you, girl.
I think Larissa had a question first.
I was going to ask you if you did get did you hear her voice or at all on the ink box after that? I mean, I'm sure you would have put that up if you did, but
there were voices, men, women, a lot of kids that came through, but I don't believe hers was back on there.
Okay.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Interesting.
We got a lot of our names coming through the box, but from different places.
Yep.
The one time I didn't get my name called. Like almost every location, my name pops up on everything.
Yeah. Our names were all on there.
The
Jake,
opposite this
Stacy,
time.
Sarah, all of us.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Brenda, can you research that?
It's crazy when you hear your own voice your own name coming through that box.
It's such an unnerving feeling.
Yeah.
I don't
feels
really
left out.
I don't mind it so much. I don't know why. I should probably mind it more than I do.
Fear me.
So you guys heard your name, like, how often did you hear it? A few times or like a lot?
We're putting it in the upload when we put our video up, which is coming next weekend, right? On
Yeah,
Sunday.
next Sunday.
Sunday it's coming up. Stacy's name I think was twice. My name was at least 2 or 3 times. John's name came up a few times, and Jake's came up once.
Like once, yeah.
And it's clear. It's not like it's like Jake or Stacy. Like it was pretty clear. Yeah.
Was it in certain locations?
It was all over the place. I know Stacy's was up in those bedrooms, one of the rooms up there.
I think you got a bunch in the bar too, right? I think you got a bunch in the bar when John was in there.
John's, and then Sarah, one of mine was in the kitchen. And I think you said you got one of my names when Stacy and John were doing the box. And then I don't remember where Jake's came through. But
I do remember reading that you wrote it down.
Yeah, I reviewed it like 2 weeks ago, so it's a little rusty. But I know in the kitchen, we thought in real time that it said "get out." I don't know why we all thought that, but listening to the playback, actually with my noise enhancing headphones, it says P.A.R.A. It says my name clear. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, that video is next weekend.
Yeah.
Sunday, I believe.
Next Sunday,
Yep.
That's
And of course, I'll send it to you guys and everything. So yeah. We have a lot. We have more than what we sent you guys. Trust me.
Oh my God. Okay. So we got your scraps is what you're telling me.
No, actually, we gave you some pretty good. You got the scream, okay? You got the scream.
It was just scratching the surface of like all the
stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we got next? What's up next?
So we're gonna stay in the bar and we're gonna go to the
place to go.
knocking on the bar.
Yeah. So this one, just real quick, so everybody can understand. This was pretty much right when we came in to the bar area, and I only know that because Jake sat the camera down.
Thank you, Lawrence.
And he just had it facing the glasses. I guess he wanted to see if anything would happen with the glasses at the bar. But that was only there like 10 or 15 minutes, and then I picked it up, and it was up the rest of the time. So this was pretty much right when we went in, and you can hear knocking, but it wasn't. These two didn't knock at all. I reviewed all their footage, and then you can tell it's not us because it's far away. It's off in the distance.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, captioned that one that time.
Did you guys hear that?
Should we do it again?
Yeah.
No. How is he
like? What is that?
What is that?
My kids are gaming, but how is it coming through? You guys are coming through our computer somehow. It's weird.
No.
I was like, what is happening?
Up on Stacy's because my kids are up in the hallway being loud. Okay.
Got it. Okay, let's play it again.
It's quick.
It's like someone's banging on a door to get in.
Yeah.
And we didn't hear that in real time. I just heard it on the review. You know, we're not as advanced as we think we are. I think a lot of times with our senses. So footage review, I'm like, how the hell did none of us hear that? But we didn't.
Yeah. Yep. We're not.
Yeah. And it feels like it sounds like it's like in the walls or something. Like it's not.
Yeah, like a woodpecker in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's not a woodpecker in the walls.
Yeah.
A lot of bomb evidence.
Hold on, I'll play it again.
Yeah.
There's like 3 quick ones, and then that last one.
Bum, 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 bum.
So this show is about being a skeptic, and I am going to play devil's advocate right now.
You go, girl.
Okay. The heater that was up there on the bar, did you guys take notice of whether it was on or off at the time?
It's actually right in front view.
Right. That's why I'm asking. Do we know? The reason I'm saying that is because those are our heaters. And sometimes they do make a clicking noise.
I know we turned it off.
Okay.
I can't say exactly when we turned it off, but it was pretty quick because it was loud, and we're like, you know, just for the video purposes, we'll shut it off, and then we turned it back on. But that was right in the view of the cameras. I don't think it was that, but I guess it's possible. Like
now, believe me, I don't want to debunk your evidence, and I'm just saying, like, if we're being honest, because here's the question. If sometimes when you tip that heater, there's a failsafe and it does click. Now, obviously, nobody's there to tip it. So if it's tipping and clicking, that's a whole other story, right?
Can you play it again? And let's see if we can actually see the heater.
Yeah.
But this is a space heater she's talking about.
Yeah, they didn't have the actual building heat on when we were there.
No.
This is a space heater, Lawrence, that you like plug in and just turn on.
Right.
All right, we'll play it.
No, it's not the heater.
It's too
Yeah,
far
not.
away.
It's disembodied. It
Mhm.
doesn't.
I
You
didn't
know what
think-
sounds
Heater,
like?
didn't the heater have a little light on top? I don't see the light
Yeah,
on.
it's not that it's disembodied. It's distant. I mean, I'm talking about the heater that's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was trying to at least try to be a skeptic there.
It kind of sounds like the door coming out of that bathroom with all the blood in it when it creaks. That's what it sounds. That's what it sounds like. That door that swings.
That does.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Like,
That's what it sounds like when you go to open that door to go into the dining room, and it does that weird squeaky / knocking
you're
thing.
right.
That's what it sounds like.
So you
That's
know what,
possible.
guys? Here's an awesome thing that we do, and maybe Tony can take note of this because he's on the feed. Hey, Ken, Dr. Ken, Tony, when you go in there, maybe if you set an EVP on the bar, if you remember to, and push the door open that's in the bathroom to the kitchen, and see if the sound is the same.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah, it would almost be just like a little bit because it is a loud door. So it'd be like,
I agree with you, Sarah. I think it's too
Yeah.
loud to be that clicking noise. Honestly,
And
the tapping noise to me, what it sounds like is a lot of the experiments we do in there is, can you repeat? It sounds like it's doing dun 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 dun, but it's like missing a knock. So I
maybe
wouldn't
like
say
residual, maybe like a residual thing.
kind of
It does sound far away,
does.
you know, but we didn't hear it.
Yeah,
in
I don't think it's in the first door. I think it's in the second door. Like not the first one you walk through, the second one is what it sounds like to me.
Is that the
I-
one where you were being?
you want me to
weird
play it
with
again?
the
See if we
annoying
can
me?
figure out distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't hit me with the door on purpose. That's tapping or knocking.
Dun dun
I
dun
don't
dun.
know. I
Maybe
kind of
tapping on
feel
that door. I don't.
Guys, count the taps. Can we
I'm gonna
count the
play-
taps?
There's 4.
Yeah.
It's
said
like
there's 4.
3 and then a pause and then another one.
We'll
So
play it again.
yeah, let's.
1, 2, 3, and a slight 4.
So it is dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun
Oh,
dun.
done. Wait, I know.
Right. Yes.
Dun, dun, dun,
It's
dun.
when I
And
go
then
in there.
dun, dun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
we were doing at Penhurst.
Yeah.
It could be.
Yes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh.
The first 3 was like rapid, and then
Yes,
it was a 1,
yes.
2.
Dun 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 dun. It sounds like when we're doing that test, and we do it in the guys. We do that in the bar all the time. Can you
See,
repeat
that's
me?
what I'm saying. This is where
Mhm.
our stuff is connecting and we don't even realize it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's me. I see what she's saying now. And then I didn't tap back. I didn't respond to the lady. I didn't hear this.
Well, you responded to the lady. We heard you loud and clear.
Oh,
Damn it,
man.
Sarah.
Yeah. That's
Get
what
it together.
Get it together. And you too, Stacy. What the hell?
What's in that bottle, Stacy? What
I
you
was
got?
in the attic with Fred.
Yeah, you were out there.
You guys were in the attic when she yelled, and Fred yelled back that loudly.
No, that was Jake.
That was Jake that
Oh,
yelled.
that was Jake. Okay, I thought it was Fred perfect.
Jake
That
and
makes it
Jordan
even
had just
funnier.
walked out, and he's like, "What?" Jake has the potty mouth. So if you
Okay.
hear cursing, I know I do, but not as bad as him. Shut up.
But guys, that makes it even funnier because I thought it was Fred. Fred didn't even blink.
It's funny when I reviewed footage, Stacey and Fred were like in the attic and you could hear my scream and they're like,
I
did
might.
we just get this evidence? Like, oh my God. And then he's like, damn, it was Sarah. Because you guys radioed somebody.
Because it's not very often that you get like a scream.
But
You
they
know what I
didn't
mean?
know like that I had actually gotten something paranormal. They thought I would like saw a prop or something. Stupid. No, actually something was in my ear.
We did walk you to see if you're okay.
Yeah, but they were going for the walkie that I left in the kitchen, so that presented a problem.
Oh my God. I mean, I have to say that the tapping one, I was even looking to see if the ball was glowing on the bar. Like it didn't
Yeah.
even move.
No, it was. I thought I'm like, wait, I think the heater's right in front of the video. So yeah.
Glad we did that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. so
I
that
don't
was-
know. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I want to say, my investigator mind wants
Yeah,
to say.
absolutely. Absolutely. I do it every
We can
time I
try and
review
debunk it next
Don't
time we go
worry.
back.
Yeah.
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 I really want it to be paranormal, but I know somewhere there's a pipe. That's like,
Oh,
Like,
I do.
what
When I
is
review
the pipe
footage,
in the
when I
kitchen?
review footage, I'm like, oh, man, I don't know. And then I take it to him, and if he's like, I don't know, then we don't put it in because we're like, you don't know. Sometimes, you know,
Like
it
the
could be
last
something.
line of defense.
Yeah.
I-
Like I was.
Yeah.
I know it wasn't Stacy or Fred because I reviewed all their stuff. There was no knocking, and I know you were sleeping. And
Oh, I
Hi,
was-
Pasadena Paranormal.
so
I was
already
out cold.
know. Pasadena, Jared, what's up? Jared,
Yeah, I said-
oh, okay. I'm watching the game.
Yeah, you were.
What's up, Pasadena?
Hey guys.
Oh, thank you. Back to edit. Yeah, we got you.
Oh
Back
my
to
God,
edit.
Have fun.
Yeah, he'll be going back to edit soon.
When in doubt, throw it out.
Yep.
You want to know
Yep.
something?
Oh, Tony. Well,
Guys,
yeah, most of the time we do that.
the house, I just realized something. The plumbing is off in the house, though. Remember, there's a porta
Yeah.
potty out.
That's
And
right.
He
she
told
went
us
right.
that. Yeah.
lights are off,
Yeah, he
actually.
told us we had to
So-
go out and use the porta potty because there's no plumbing.
and damn right I was
Yep.
sleeping because there was no way I was being accused of making noise. I was sleeping in my sleeping bed.
I called you and
freezing.
look, she's laying down. You need anything?
She's
I
asleep.
think the only interference we had was the traffic when we were up in the attic.
Larissa's snoring. I'm sorry. That's funny. It was Larissa. It was no tapping. It was her.
Well, if you couldn't hear her snoring, so that's good then, because you know
Here-
those walls are good.
Yep.
We
They
didn't
would've
even know
heard
she
my-
was sleeping.
They would have heard my teeth chattering before anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's freezing. Oh man. All right, what else you guys got? I'm like a kid at a candy store. What else?
I know. I'm like, so what did I send her? I'm trying to remember.
Or speed trap?
You should talk.
What's
What's the next one?
Let's go.
Look at all the paranormal people. What do you got? What's next?
It's coming.
That
Tony's
means this
taking
is
notes.
good stuff. We'll do the howling.
Yeah, this one was weird.
You didn't find
Oh,
right. I'm not going in there. You didn't find a werewolf.
No. That would have been cool as shit.
Can we go
Get
hunting for a
cryptids,
werewolf?
right?
I would totally hunt for a werewolf.
I would love that.
No,
That'd be fun.
we were in the kitchen. This came off of the kitchen cam. And again, it was not him or Stacy. They were completely up away from us. And I don't think either one of them howled. And I didn't see it on the footage review, Stacy, unless you're turning into a she-wolf somewhere up there. But we heard, he said he doesn't think it sounds like howling. I think it does, but
No.
it's like a, oh, like a weird.
I know what it is. It's cat calling. That's Keith. Keith does cat calling all the time. I'm gonna hear
Yeah,
it.
in the kitchen.
yeah. Let's listen.
Okay, yeah, let's listen. They're gonna get them all fired up. There's a
It sounds like a dog or a kid howling.
It's a kid. It's a kid.
That's
Like,
what I
it sounds
thought.
just like my kids.
Yeah.
They're trying to get the dog
Like,
to howl.
like one of those.
It's the little one. Yeah.
The little boy.
Yeah.
He runs.
Yeah,
around
it's
there
the
all
little
time.
one. Yeah.
The
And then I
cat
thought, I was
calling.
like,
Yeah.
there's no
Child
way
spirits in
at,
there.
there's no way at like 11 o'clock at night, there's kids running around on Route 209 howling at the Waldorf.
That makes it creepier.
That
Wait,
makes
no,
it worse.
That's
I
like
just-
porn crap. which-
Sarah's a mom. Sarah's like, go to bed.
Yeah.
Go to
Oh,
bed.
yeah, exactly. Well, Johnny. But again, we didn't hear that in real time. That was picked up on the camera audio. So
Little kids running around. Where are your moms?
howling and shit. Like,
Nothing
come
like
on.
nothing like the laughter of children, except you don't have any kids.
That's
You're
a
home
Lauren
alone.
statement.
Yeah.
Say something productive, go to bed. No. But like we didn't hear it in real time. This again was on the audio on the camera. We're just talking in there and chattering, and then I'm like, what is that yelling? And I knew they didn't do it, but I always have to ask. But
See,
I
there's
think I
usually
messaged Stacy and said, "Did you howl?" And she was like, "What?" I'm like, sure, you can howl upstairs.
cats extended meow. See, sometimes in the kitchen you'll get like a a whistle or like a cat calling, but that doesn't
Yeah.
sound like that.
It sounds like a kid. I thought
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
Fred and I were
Yeah.
interacting with the child spirit upstairs in the one bedroom.
Fabian
Yeah.
asked about what kid.
There's a couple of them.
Yeah, there's a bunch
Yeah.
of kids in the
Mm-hmm.
store.
Yeah.
We're gonna play it again.
Gonna get them all fired up. There's a...
Oh.
What are we getting all fired up? Is the real question, because they howled directly after you said we're gonna get them all fired up.
I don't know what we were doing. I don't remember because I sent that evidence to him like 2 weeks ago, so I don't remember.
Sarah,
know
what
what
were
we
you
were-
firing up in the kitchen? The
You
stove.
never know. trying to get him going, you know. Yeah, I don't remember. I wish I did.
Werewolf in the woods out back, right?
They
That's-
were excited, whoever it was.
I wish. I want to see a cryptid.
The
before
werewolves of
I'll
Lehighton.
go out to the slaughted lamb and go hunt some
I'm
werewolves.
telling you.
Uh,
No, maybe that's
no.
Why
No.
not? It'll be fun. It'll be a great
No.
video.
Great video.
Nay, nay.
She's
Nay,
like,
nay,
I
nay.
live near these woods.
Kind of heard
Cat meow.
I know.
I
heard
almost
that
heard like a
too.
cat meow before I heard the kid.
Well, I
So-
do have my
Our
cat.
cat is meowing
Our
out
cat
there right
at
now.
the door, but it's not on the clip. But like, if you hear it while we're talking, you might hear it because she's acting crazy.
So there's no cats. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, again, if we're gonna be honest, there's a chance. Is there a chance that there's a stray cat somewhere around the
Absolutely,
property?
yeah.
Absolutely. There's probably a few somewhere
Especially
in the
because
woodline.
there's farms in the
Right.
area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, do we know for sure that there's a cat there? Are we feeding a stray cat? Are we harboring a cat? No.
No,
There's
So-
no windows in the kitchen either, right?
No.
Mm-mm.
no,
So it would
No
be really
windows.
hard for the sound of the outside to be in the kitchen.
that'd be a really loud cat to be that loud.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
Yeah.
what, guys? I didn't even think of that. The kitchen is pretty far removed from like an outside exit. Like you'd kind of have to meander pretty far.
Yeah.
It's like a maze to get through there.
It's a very quiet area. Coyotes.
And I think the,
Going over to find ghost cats.
do that. You have fun. Let us know what you
We're gonna make a
find.
video out of it.
Yes, that would be a bomb. You know my vision.
Ghost Cat season 1.
We know.
That's
Oh my
Lawrence's
God.
next documentary.
Ghost Cat season 1.
Ghost bus.
Those cats
I'm gonna make
Lehighton.
that joke.
Sea wolves.
Were cats. Were
Where
cats.
cats? Oh my god!
Worse.
I love it. Don't go by the camera at the entrance. You come in during when I was headed towards the road. Ooh. Yeah.
Do skunks make cat noises?
I was about to say.
If we're investigating and a
skunks
skunk
meow.
walks through there,
Coyotes.
scream again.
There are coyotes there. So that's, but again, the kitchen is not really in a position of the building for you to be able to hear the outside noises.
No.
You don't even hear the traffic in the kitchen.
No, I don't hear
Guys,
anything.
I've lived here for all 5 years in June. Where are these coyotes?
There are coyotes over by Beltsville.
You go in the woods, you'll hear them, but you got to go in the
That's-
woods pretty much.
Beltsville's across. It's like
Beltsville
50
is the
miles.
Waldorf's backyard.
Alan, I need you to comment. I don't know where I live right now.
It's down on 534. It's down a little ways.
She's talking
it's
directions, Alan.
back.
What does that mean?
It's back there though. So if there's a see, thank you.
All right. I don't know where I live.
I know where you live.
But in all
It was the male meowing at the fact there's a
but in all seriousness, I can't talk right now. If you go into the kitchen, so for those of you who don't know, if you go into the kitchen, you can literally use a freezer as a Faraday box. That's how quiet it is and secluded from the rest of the house. So
Yeah.
for us to hear that, there's no physical way to hear it from outside. You don't even hear traffic.
You
A
don't hear
truck
anything.
can hit the house and you
Yeah.
won't even know.
No, I that would have to be a really rabid coyote outside. to have
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
like cat calling.
So Tony says it's the
Possible.
man cat calling the women that were in the kitchen, which that's creepy. That he sounds just
I don't
Yes,
hear
Sarah.
snapping. Maybe he was cat calling Jake.
I think it sounds like a little boy too. Thank you, Fabian. I think cousin Fabian's onto something
Yeah,
here.
I feel like it's a kid.
kid
I
boy.
just
Yeah.
I get when I hear it. I guess. Yeah.
Tony, you're wrong.
Not gonna like that very much.
No.
Tony's best friends with the dead stalker that lives in our house, just so you know.
I am not walking around that building with you, Tony.
Tony makes friends with these things very quickly.
Alan thinks it's Robbie.
It is Robbie. Robbie does attach to the motherly females.
That's very odd spelling of Robbie.
It's not his fault.
Roby.
Right, Dennis? It's a Marine thing.
Wow.
Can't do an episode without that.
Dennis is going to say something nasty. Let's move on to the clip.
Moving along.
No, let's replay the clip one more time. Crayon.
Yay! Crayons. Haters.
If you know, you know.
We're moving on. All right, what's our next clip?
No, I want to hear one more time.
You want to hear it again?
Yeah, one more time.
I thought you said a new clip.
No, one more.
You're gonna get them all fired up. There's a...
Ow!
It sounds like it's directly in the kitchen too.
Yeah, it sounds like, I mean, if just my perception, if you were to walk out of the kitchen and go into the next room, be back in there somewhere. That's kind of the feeling I got when I heard it. Like it's in the house, but it's a room or two away.
So like through the freezer that way, or going back into the...
No, going back in, I think.
To like where the main entrance is.
Oh man, I don't know.
To me, it sounded like it was back in the corner of the kitchen.
That's what I was thinking, in the back corner of the kitchen.
I think in the kitchen too.
It's
where the
possible.
chef stands.
Yeah.
It's a Lawrence, I agree.
Yeah, it's very possible. Yeah, it's hard to tell.
Got to try and recreate it. The only thing to do is to get other teams in there and see. Like the next one, we actually have somebody coming in before Tony who we don't know at all. So let's see what they get. You know, and I'm sure they're not watching this because they don't really know us at all. So let's see what they get.
To see if they have to howl at the moon.
Howl at the moon.
Howl at the moon. There's a full moon on Tuesday.
Let's say, were you there on a full moon? Because that'd be even weirder. I would go with
Oh my God, that'd be so funny. I don't even know.
Well, here, quick, let's go on Tuesday.
Wait, we went what? February 4th.
No,
Somebody Google and see if February 4th is a full moon. That would be hysterical.
Oh my God.
It was a joke, Tony. I said it, but it was a joke because she said you're best friends with the creepy guy in the kitchen. And I don't like the kitchen.
I'll walk with you, Tony.
I will too.
I walked with you.
Can you check if there's a full moon? That'd be so weird. That was the 4th we were there, right? February 4th?
Yes, February 4th.
I'm going to crap right on this chair if there was a full moon. I will.
Right, evacuate the room now.
Huh?
What?
I said evacuate the room now.
He's like,
was it a full moon though?
What day was it?
I thought we were there the February 11th. No.
Wait, when were we there?
The 4th.
No, I think it was the 11th. No, I think it was the 11th.
Stop it.
Because it was the day after a friend of mine had a wisdom tooth taken out.
Isn't it funny how we remember things?
It's the first phase after the full moon.
It was the first phase after the full moon on that day. Like the next day.
Well, the full moon was the 5th.
Oh.
So were we there on the 11th?
I think we're there on the 11th because it was the day after my friend's wisdom.
Yeah, it was the 11th.
Okay.
Whatever.
Either way, it's weird.
No werewolf.
No werewolf?
Not this time.
11th.
Okay. Thank you, Alan.
I'm telling you, I'm going to go hunt the werewolf.
Oh, yes. The rest of you were out of the country on the 4th.
You're right. I was in Aruba.
See, it's not just me.
Rub it in.
Burned.
See, I do this stuff too, and he looks at me
to a crisp.
To a crisp. I was baking my insides. All right, what do we got next?
All right, now we have when you guys asked for them to light up the EMF, I believe. Is that also in the kitchen?
Oh yeah, let me talk about that for a second. That and again, Larissa and I spoke later. She knew nothing about this. When we got into that kitchen, I was like, I feel like someone is standing behind me. And I kept saying, I feel like someone is standing behind me. And it was the back corner of the kitchen. Like if you, the very far corner to the left where that mannequin is, there's a prop or something back there. And and John even made the joke. He's like, well, there's a prop behind you. I'm like, no, like, I feel like someone's back here. So in this clip, you can see the K2 is in the same spot, and it really wasn't active much in there. But when I said, if you're standing behind me, you'll see on the clip what happens.
You ready? She's ready.
Are you behind me? Light this up to orange if you're behind me. Wow. Okay. I knew it.
Went crazy.
Yeah, and you can see we're not putting anything up to it. There's no phone near it.
And it was baseline before that even happened,
Yeah.
so it's nothing like electrical around it.
Yeah, and it's normally, you guys know, with K2s you might get one little jump. This was like, I'm here, and when we spoke later that night, she knew nothing about this, and she said there's a guy that hangs out in the kitchen in the back corner where the mannequin is, and I'm like, oh, it's like, I knew it.
There's Tony with his "told you so."
See?
So go ahead.
Alan was asking where it was. So it was towards the back of the kitchen, where there's no entrances or anything. Back in that corner where the prop is, there's like a mannequin prop.
So, Alan, when we do our tours, when we were explaining to Sarah at the end of the night, Keith will hang out in that back corner and he'll shoot up through the ceiling upstairs. That's where she was. She had her back to that.
Yeah. And I just could feel like static or something. I'm like, someone is behind me. I can tell that someone is standing behind me. And that's why I was just like, I'm just going to ask it to show me.
So, Sarah, I know I had said this to you that night, but just so for the people that are watching, when we first walked through Hell House, like almost 2 years ago at this point, well, a year and a half ago, I remember when I walked through, nobody had ever gone through there for an investigation. So a lot of times, and I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but as a medium, when you walk through and you first kind of make contact with them, they're like startled, like that you could see them. And yeah. I'll never forget the first time I saw Keith, he was like, you see me? And like the next time I came through, he was now expecting that I could see him. So what he would do every time after that was he would like acknowledge me and then shoot up. So now every time I go back there on a tour, he'll stand there for a brief second, be like, yeah, I'm here, but I don't want to talk. And I'll be like, Alan, put the SLS, and he'll show himself and you'll see him just go right up through the floor.
That's crazy.
We gotta do that next time. We gotta try that.
Yeah. Now I don't normally like see anything like Larissa does. If I have like meditation or something I do prior to an investigation, I can pick up on things, but in the moment it's more feeling for me. But I definitely felt him behind me. It was very strange.
Did you guys get any smells in the kitchen?
I don't think so. I don't believe so. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that. No.
He's not the creepy guy, Dennis. Keith is a heavyset African-American male that's probably 30s, I'd say. I think he died from like diabetes, overweight, like something in that arena. He worked there in the 90s as a cook in the kitchen, kind of like on replay. He's definitely an intelligent entity, but he's kind of there. I think that might have been the happiest place he has ever been. But like, he's kind of cool because he argues with Beatrice. Like they're from completely different time spaces, and to hear them argue on the radio is hilarious.
Beatrice was my interaction with her was right after the kitchen, which is kind of funny. But I didn't feel like he didn't mind us really in there. I didn't feel like he did.
He's harmless. He's pretty cool. He just doesn't want to be bothered. He's just like, yeah, okay.
You'll see in the video there's a couple other questions that we ask him and he reacts to a few things. And the K2 was fairly quiet most of the time. It was almost like once we acknowledged him in there, then he started responding.
Yeah.
Presence before, during, after the K2 spike.
Yeah, it definitely got a little cold in there, Fabian. I do remember that. I remember John saying that too, that it seemed to get like chilly. Yeah, a little, maybe like 10 minutes before. You know, the typical stirring things up and then you start to feel things. Yeah.
I want to go back.
I know. We're going back to work.
Like back
So
so bad.
excited.
I really like
Yep.
the place.
Let's
Yeah.
play that again. I mean, I really love the K2 things,
Yeah.
especially when you don't move it. I really love that.
It was really an intense spike.
Yeah.
Are you behind me? Light this up to orange if you're behind me. Wow. Okay. I knew it. Yeah.
You know what I like about you, Sarah, is you could definitely tell, not to take away from you guys at all, because I think you're all amazing investigators. But Sarah, I could tell that you are very, you have a very good gift as a medium. Like you attract them
Oh,
because
thank you.
they interact with you so readily,
They do.
and
Yeah,
it's
they do.
it's nice to see that. I mean, even I struggle sometimes trying to get a connection. Like even Marlena will tell you, there's so many times I throw my hands up and I'm like, you deal with them, Marlena. They don't want to talk to me.
Yeah, I appreciate
That's
that.
so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, it's gotten. I've worked on my abilities a lot. I do a lot of meditation. It wasn't always there, but now that I'm doing it more, I feel like they just kind of know. Like she's okay, and she wants to talk to us, but she's okay. You know, but
Yeah.
I feel a lot more, and it's just like I was saying to Fred the other day, it's almost like when you walk into a room, like at a house you're uncomfortable in maybe, and you know people are looking at you. That's how I feel when I know there's something in the room. You know, I
Yeah.
felt that in the kitchen right away.
Now, Stacy, do you ever like do the same things that Sarah does and get those kinds of responses? I'm just curious because of what you said earlier.
I'm learning a lot from Sarah ever since I joined this team. And Sarah has taught me, because I was completely new to this when I joined the team. She's taught me how to be respectful to the spirits,
Yeah.
how to talk to the spirits. They are people that have passed on that are just like us. So I've taken a lot that Sarah does, and I use it in my investigations when I'm up. Because Sarah and I, sometimes we investigate together. Sometimes I'm with Fred. Sometimes I'm with Jake. We try and split it up a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do feel that I can get responses like that. Like Fred and I were getting responses upstairs when we were in the kids' bedroom on the K2.
Kids with you, Stacy. The kids always seem to come to you.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The
And
children.
Fred,
Because I'm a mom of two. I don't know. You have kids too, so I don't know.
You're more motherly than me. I'm the one that yells. Stacy's like, I'll bake you a cake.
Like when we were in the
Make your own
Slating
damn
house.
Make your own damn cake. And there's Stacy like, I'll cook for everyone.
Sarah's like,
Like a
go to
private
bed.
Yeah. Like, why are you still awake? And Stacy's like, come join me. I do.
We were doing a private investigation at a house in Slatington, and Sarah's talking to the mother, and she looks over, and both the kids are over at me, and Sarah's like, "Whoa, is this like playtime? What's going on here?" Like the kids are like attracted to me.
Baker. I look over, she's got like books out. There's kids on her lap. I'm like,
Sarah,
They
you're
do,
more
they
my
do.
speed.
yeah,
Go to bed.
girl. Yeah, like what are you doing? Bye. And Stacy, your first investigation with us at Samuel Miller, you were that little boy. You were connecting with
Yeah,
him
up in the
too.
attic.
Yeah, it's kids.
Yeah, we didn't even have our cameras set up yet. We're still up in the attic trying to figure out who's going to stand where. And I had a flashlight hanging out my back pocket, like the string was hanging out. And it's my first investigation ever. We weren't even up there 2 minutes, and something yanks on the string of the flashlight in my back pocket. And then I go to my son, because my son Jonathan was standing beside me. I'm like, oh my God, I just got touched. And I was like so excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were communicating with that. I think the spirit's name was Jake. The boy
Yeah,
up on the
that's
attic,
right.
Samuel Miller.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was
Stacy
fun.
attracts the littles. Yeah.
So after that, I'm like, okay, I'm hooked. That's it. I'm an
Yeah.
investigator now. Sarah's like,
Exactly
welcome to the team.
Yep,
And
that's it.
Fred, you find that you can get activity too, like responses as well?
I get called an asshole a lot. Or like,
Yeah. But he gets like I want to say more like a physical medium type thing. Like he gets stomach pains, nausea, dizziness.
Penhurst in the basement of that Devon Hall.
He's had to leave, go
I
outside.
had to step outside. Like I was like queasy and dizzy, and
But that's
It's not
king
fun.
territory. That's king territory. That's why.
Yeah, yeah.
He doesn't like men in his face.
I think that it also, like when there's something negative, you tend to get the most affected. Like
Yeah.
he'll be like, I don't feel right. I feel like kind of like lightheaded. I got to step out. Where thank God I don't have that.
It sucks.
Yeah.
So we all kind of have our own little thing, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
for us.
yeah, definitely. Interesting. Okay.
For me, it
Okay.
affects my breathing a lot. Like I can feel it in my chest, and it affects my breathing. Like I can just feel it when something's there.
Yeah, you've said that a lot.
I know Sky is working on her like gifts, developing her gifts, and I can honestly say I have never one time in 2 years, almost 3 years now, heard her one time complain about a physical ailment. Not one time.
I get upset stomachs sometimes and headaches, but it's not. A lot of times I ignore it, so I won't even say anything.
Now
It's
Marlena,
the
It's not detrimental.
It's the same if something's bothering me. I normally just shut up because I'm like, no, go away, bug Larissa. I don't want to. Like, I won't even say anything. I'm like, I don't want to be bothered. I have the camera. Leave me alone.
I'm telling you, like we have to salt in the room quite frequently. We have weird, like he'll look at me sometimes, like something will just fall for no reason, and he's like, "Do you think we need to sage and salt?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah." Little pieces are coming home with us, you know.
I also do want to clarify, I'm not an asshole when I'm investigating. That's just
He gets called that. You've been called that a lot.
I got called a dick. I'm not. I'm like being, respectful and everything going into this thing.
I think the males get that a lot.
What
I
was
get
that? Missed that. You mentioned something working. I think. Oh my God, I'm just picturing Larissa holding him, like sending it all into him. Like
no, that's an inside joke. We'll tell you about that later. I'm not your conduit, Alan.
Larissa puts her hand on the object, puts her hand on Alan, and it's
Stop it. This is
like,
not
it's not
the place.
happening.
I am an
Me
asshole when it
too.
calls for it, though.
I
guess
get
I'm
cold
being
names.
nasty to kids. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have ever kids talking to you either.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really. Sure.
No.
I
you don't.
send everybody over to Marlena. Everybody.
Aw. I'll deal with
Yeah.
it.
I don't, you know what? It's so true though. They are people, and I find I'm not a people person for the living or otherwise. So I sent everybody
We like
to
you.
Marlena.
We like you. I mean, what's that say?
Thank you.
mean,
I
we'll have
like
to
you
set up an
too.
audio table together.
Yes, I especially love it when Larissa sends somebody over and then I feel like I've been shot in the head or like I'm going to have a heart attack. And I'm over here like, thanks, Larissa.
I let the kids stay. The kids can hang out with
Yeah, the
me,
kids
but
stay.
the rest gotta go.
I know ghost kids can be a little scary. I don't know.
So a lot of times I draw the line at when they go up the wall, like anything that's crawling. I'll be like, oh, okay, go crawl that way.
Yeah, like, yeah, that's kind of creepy. Even the guy shooting up from the
Yeah.
kitchen's a little much.
They do it a lot, though, a lot. I just side note real quick before we go to the next piece of evidence. We were at in Punxsutawney at the old hospital. I can't remember like the full name of it, some kind of old hospital. And we didn't really have a whole lot of activity, but my son was with us and he was 11 and he like, we're doing a little thing. We're walking around and I see this thing crawling up the wall and I'm standing, and I can't like track it. And I'm like, it's going real fast. And I'm telling Alan, I'm like, it's moving really fast and I'm creeped out. And I said, point here, point there. And he's pointing. And it's like, have you guys ever seen Resident Evil?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody? I knew Fred was going to say, yup. Okay.
Yeah.
So, when those things like in the second and third one come down from the wall and like, they're like those like mutated dog like things.
Reflectors.
Okay.
Ew.
I have my back to the wall and my son is in front. Old Wellington. Alan remembers. And my son is in front of me and the thing is shooting and I point up and all of a sudden Alan turns the camera and on the SLS, it drops down and you see it peel from the wall and like attach down to me.
Oh, that's so creepy.
Okay.
Camel spider.
I know I told you, like, my biggest fear is like if we're at one of these places and I just see something like rush into my face, that will be the one and only time you see me run.
Scream and run.
Not
Melissa has that happen so
manly men.
often.
Yes, I do. And at Hell House, Tony was just there, and I remember the one dude that he was talking about, the stalker dude. Sometimes he'll go up top and he'll present as like a black, like creepy thing, try to scare you, and he'll like go across the ceiling. And I saw him, and I looked up, and Tony looked up, and like kind of looked at me, and I looked at him, and he's like, he saw him, and he's like, and I'm like, yeah, I know, like he does that. Creepy.
Something jarred to my face. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to see that on SLS. That is creepy when it like crawls across the ceiling.
Yeah, because that's like next level. That's not like grandma saying hi.
No, it's not, Sarah. That'll have you.
That's the lady from The Ring coming after you.
Yes, The Ring, exactly.
But it makes for a great video.
True.
So creepy. Oh my god. All right, what else do we have?
We have one more.
Okay.
Hold on, which one is it? I think it was with the ink box.
Oh, Stacy, yeah, you can talk about this one, Stacy.
Do you want to tell us before we play it?
I don't remember what it is. What is it?
I think this is when we were in the the Satan room, and we had the box. I think it said "stay."
Yeah, but it was seeing Stacy.
Oh, okay. I was probably asking it, which I like to ask. Is my presence here bothering you? Do you want me to go? Do you want me to stay?
Yeah, things like that.
Because we try to be really respectful with the spirits. We don't want to upset anyone. We don't want to bother anyone or put them out.
And I will say too, because I sent this clip, it was pretty shortly after this that you had actually shut off the box, ink box. Right. I think that's what it's called, because there was thumping and knocking going on behind them. So this was just prior to activity too.
No, I thought I heard something run up through the hallway, but I think the box was too loud that you could really hear it. I'm really upset.
But no, when you shut it off, there was more knocking.
Was there?
Yeah.
Oh, you reviewed it. I didn't.
Yeah, it'll be in the video.
We heard knocking. We heard footsteps. I saw like white, like little white lights when we were up in the attic. If you looked off to the right, there was a lot. There was a lot going on in the attic.
Yeah, I'm actually going to say, and I'm guessing that it's going to be in your video Sunday, which I actually can't wait to watch, by the way. But I was going to say, I'm shocked about the fact that there's nothing yet mentioned about the attic, because Sarah had contacted me prior and was saying she was drawn to the upper level. And I said, that's the magician.
Yeah, there's a little bit that we got up there. My little faux pas is that I waited till the very end to go up to the attic, and then Jake was having a meltdown about having his solo, which is a whole other story. So it got
a big old crybaby for doing a solo.
You better hope he's not watching.
Jake, you're a crybaby. I'm sorry.
And he kept radioing us when we were up there, so it was like kind of screwing with us. But we did get a cool piece of evidence in the attic, which you'll see on the video.
I did a solo, and I wasn't even asked to do it.
What's
and then
solo?
Magically. So Fred had to run downstairs and get the SLS ready for them. So he left me in the room where that small bed is and the books are. So I did a solo investigation, and Sarah went to review the evidence. Everything's corrupted. It's gone.
That only when she was by herself.
Yep.
Just that
little
part
got corrupted.
There's nothing. It won't play. It skips to afterwards.
Crazy.
Wait, what room was it? Which one?
Okay, so
on the other side of the attic has a small bed and there's bookshelves.
No.
You stayed in there alone?
No.
Yeah, why?
Stacy's like, yeah.
That's a passing go.
I don't care.
Up the steps and over to the other side. That's it.
That's a do not pass go, do not collect anything. That's section.
Straight to
jail.
jail.
Because they destroyed my evidence.
Yeah, that's probably why I got corrupted.
Oh my god.
Because Fred's like, I gotta run downstairs. You're gonna be okay. I'm like, I'll be fine. Go. I don't care. So I just sat there and talked and chatted and whatever else, and everything's corrupted.
I came back up and you said nothing happened to you up there too.
No, there was
no, not really. I just sat there. I chatted. I talked.
That you know about.
No equipment
don't know.
But with Jake, we tried something brand new, which for you guys that watch our stuff.
No spoilers, Sarah.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna explain why Jake was. We did something that made Jake was picked to do a solo. But he, by the way, it wasn't even 15 minutes. He was supposed to be in there 15 minutes. And he was like blindfolded and doing nothing. We thought he was going to investigate, but he wasn't.
Trying to talk to us like,
stop recording.
And then he kept radioing, "What are you guys doing? Why are you making noise?" And we're like, "We're just going to the attic." And then he was like, "Fred, I don't know where I am. I need you to meet me." Oh my God, I'm going to kill him.
I turned off the radio.
Did
it was
you
like every 2 minutes. Am I done yet? Am I done yet? Fred, come get me. Fred, am I done? Come get me. Where you at, Fred?
did you
Fred's
do
like,
did you scare him? Like, did you leave him alone somewhere and he got scared?
He won't admit it, but we think he was scared.
So you Shane Pittman him. You Holzer filed him.
Kinda.
That's what you did.
Well, it's a new thing. You'll
see.
see in this video.
Yeah.
It's a new thing that
How he was
came
picked.
up.
You'll see.
Well,
We don't
well,
spoil it.
shame on him because I would have never let you do that. I would have never
Well,
gone
well,
anywhere.
Ella's room. Oh.
No,
So wait, why
Oliver's
shouldn't
room.
I do a solo in that room?
Oliver's room is just creepy. Every investigation, we've done what, 13, 14 there, maybe including tours, probably 15 at this point.
Yeah.
Nobody goes and sits in there by themselves. It's just the like no.
Stacey
Good job, Stacy.
I would
I
do
just
it
don't like
again.
it.
Because I was like, Fred, I'm not getting anything. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's interacting. The
Jake was.
K2's not
Ella's
going
room
off.
was
The cat
Jake.
balls aren't going off.
No, he
Once
was
you
lit-
smell the chocolate chip cookies, you're out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're out.
I didn't smell anything.
So
I'd
there's
be hungry.
so
I'd be
there's
like, well,
there's
this is baking us cookies. How nice of her.
no there's a man that hangs out up there. His name, he's the magician, right? And then there's little kids that run around up there and they play with stuff. But then there's somebody else up there that speaks German and yells at you and talks about butchering meat. I don't know who he is, but I'm pretty sure he hangs out in Oliver's room. Yes.
Maybe he liked me.
Uh-huh.
You look German.
Casey,
you look
did you,
German.
like,
You got the blonde hair and blue eyes. You're okay.
Casey, did you stay in that room or pass and go?
I stayed in that room. I sat down, made myself comfortable. I sat on the chair. I had a K2 on the bed, I think. I had cat balls over on was it a nightstand over there?
I think so.
I was chilling.
That's a good
I don't-
possibility because
I
they
mean-
were mostly German settlers.
Yeah, I just don't like. I mean, I personally feel uncomfortable in there. I won't sit in there. I think Marlena doesn't want to sit in there.
I literally felt nothing. But when we were over on the attic, I mean, it was all kinds of noises, bangs, lights. We were constantly like, what was that? What was that? What was that? We move over to that room. He's like, hey, I got to run downstairs and get the SLS set up. I'm like, okay, I'll stay here.
Okay.
I'll do it again. Let's go. Sign me up.
Maybe speaking German. Weiner.
I'm German. I'll bring him some bratwurst or something. We'll be pals.
No, that's what do you? That's the wine master.
That is the Wiener Master.
Wienermaster? The Wienermeister?
Viner.
We're calling Stacy the Wienermeister now because I like that.
Oh, I see wine.
Uh-oh.
I see wine everywhere. I see wine
He always
master.
sees wine.
She just, anything with a W, wine.
That's,
Wine.
yeah.
Yeah, Fred. Oh, and it's the only spot in the house we get specific responses on experiments. I think Alan thinks that we're talking about Ella's room. We're not talking about Ella's room. We're
That's
talking
where
about
Jake was
Yeah, he's saying that's where Jake
No.
was.
Jake was. Oh, Jake was in Ella's room.
for his solo mission.
Stacy was in Oliver's room.
Yes.
Got it.
Good old Ollie.
We never
Got
played
it.
this, by the way.
Oliver's
yeah.
my buddy.
Whoops.
We're pals.
This
All
is
right.
quite literally Wine Master.
I said wine master,
Yeah.
and you all
Wiener
went on to
master.
Wiener Schnitzel. So who's got their
Wienermeister.
Oh my God, he's talking about Santa Claus is coming to town with
Ah!
that guy.
I am. What are we
Where are we
talking about
going?
anymore?
Off the rails. Where's Casey? Casey, off the rails.
Where's the hashtag?
There's a mix of conversations from the Facebook watchers. And then
They do it all the time. Now,
And the
why is
others
he
are
said
confused.
Wiener?
Wiener.
Wiener.
Because it's the Wienermeister, the one that tries to take the
Off
kids'
the
toys
rails.
away is what he's talking about for the Santa Claus is coming to town movie.
Oh, so not
That's who he's talking about. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
Dennis is
because
still
that
eating
also
crap.
means Wine Master in German.
yeah.
First of all, I speak German. I said wine master. First thing that was said, you all started talking about wieners. Where are all your wives?
Fabian, but that's what it is. We didn't know what you were talking about.
I
looked
thought we
away
were
and
about to call
The Burgermeister.
Meister.
Burgermeister.
Poor Lawrence from Mondo Docs is like, dear God.
I thought we were about to call the Oscar Mayer Wiener truck or something. I was like, here we go.
On your brain?
Is that purple
love hot
crayons or
dogs.
purple wieners?
We're having a
Purple
cookout
wieners.
next time. We're gonna make some wieners on the grill.
Yeah, we didn't.
Wait, we have another clip, guys.
Alan's like, the clip, please.
Off the
Yeah.
rails.
Woo!
Okay, so
Can we start a movement? Can you all just share this and hashtag off the rails? We don't even,
Oh
don't even
God,
say
that's
what the
so
show is,
funny.
just off the rails.
We're hashtag Wienermeister.
Got it.
Okay. Oh man.
Guy's
Poor
losing
Sky.
it.
She's like, I don't even know where I am right now.
That's
he
hilarious.
did spell it with an ER. Wow.
Oh no.
Okay. Oh wait. Whoa.
That's
Whoa.
true.
Slow down, guys.
Paracons are gonna be great.
Alan's saying, you guys are something like the werewolves of the Hell House. Enjoy. Ooh, Mondo Docs.
I hope not like the actual.
If it's not werecats, I'm not interested.
Let's start that hashtag werecats.
So werecats.
The werecats of Lehighton.
Dude, I will do it. I will dress up like missiles of food.
You're
Red
right.
hair, lederhosen.
I'm German too.
Yep.
Lederhosen, that's it.
What
I'll
is
rock
going
it.
on?
I'm German too.
I'll
Yeah,
rock
he's
it.
Russian.
Lies.
He's coming like Putin.
I ain't coming as Putin.
Guys, I'm the only one who's not German and using the words right. What is going on?
I'm a Heinz 57. I know nothing.
I'll wear that outfit and then the ladies that carry the beers and stuff for Oktoberfest.
That's
Oh
there you
my
go.
God.
I can't. I'm done.
All right, flip.
Back to the clip.
Play the clip.
For those of you that are lost,
Guy's
this
frozen.
is
Oh, there she is. She was frozen.
for those of you lost, this is responses on the ink box.
Stay. You want us to stay?
The take your time was high pitched, right?
I feel like it was a man's voice. I don't know.
I felt like it was a man's voice too. The stay was really clear, really
yeah,
clear.
the take your time is the dresses you.
Bobby, now do it.
The I saw Lederhosen. That's all I saw.
Don't do it. Don't think I won't. I'll do it.
The take your time thing. It's quick and I think it's in a male voice. Take your time. Like,
I agree.
yeah.
Where
I
were
think
you
that's why I
guys?
heard something behind me too.
We were up
I'm
in the attic.
demon room.
Where
That's my call.
where the electric chair prop is.
That's the magician.
No, that's the attic, isn't it?
No, this was with all, like all the satanic symbols.
Yeah, but the electric
With your
chair
little
is in
letter
the
face
attic,
on the
no?
ground.
Oh. Okay.
Um,
Yeah. I'm being stupid. Forget it.
Wait.
Titanic
On the second floor. It's right next to Robbie's room.
Oh, the doll room, the sewing room with the dentist chair.
Yes, and I think
Wasn't
the
that
walls
one
are
in the
painted
attic,
black.
Fred?
What's that?
Didn't we get that one in the attic?
No, this was on the second floor. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Was this Dennis? Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's when I heard something behind me. Was when I turned.
Mhm.
Right
Well, that
after.
would make sense because we're both standing. Because up in the attic, one of us was sitting in the electric chair.
Oh, I was.
Yeah,
And I
yeah, you
think we
were.
clipped it because there's like a jump in the clip just because there was a 20-second like space or
You
something
can only
there.
send so long.
Yeah, the
over
clips that
Facebook.
he can send you through Facebook have to be like under a certain. So if
Yeah.
it's like a long distance, he has to cut it down. But that was just before that, Stacy. The box was saying your name too.
Nice. And we were hearing stuff on the other side of that room. I think it was one of the bedrooms with all the stuffed animals. Because Fred even went over there to check what's going on over there.
Yeah,
Ella's room. Yeah.
Ella, that was her name. Ella and Robbie.
yeah. I forgot about her. Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting a lot of hits on the K2 over in Ella's room.
So, do you guys? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, TK.
let's play it a few times, and then I'll fill you guys in on the stuff that actually goes on in Hell House, because Sarah, I don't think I ever got to fill you in on the layers.
Okay. Okay.
Do you want me
And
to play it like in a row?
Play the last one, and I don't know. And I don't know. Sarah, do you want to know? Do you want me to tell you the stuff that's going on?
Yeah, I mean, he told us a little bit about like how some of the spirits there are kind of trying to reenact things and sort of how it's mixing and mashing. But yeah, if you have anything to add to that, I'm fine with it as long as you
Oh,
guys.
Casey, that's so cool.
We all do it there, Casey.
Props to you,
That's
man.
nice.
I did not. That was the only room I did not like in the whole building.
Really?
Was that room? Yeah, I did not like it. I don't know. It was maybe the satanic like symbolism. I don't mess with that.
Yeah, we don't either, and that's part of the haunted attraction.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
we try
It's
not
just-
to.
I'm just like,
Hey,
yeah.
you know
You
what?
were
I'm
very
with ya.
uneasy in that room, Fred. You were
Yeah.
very like nervous.
I did not like it.
One of the clips we just did on an ops episode was of the Jesus Christ thing, and that happened like coming right out of that room, and it's just, yeah, I agree. It's very unsettling.
Yeah.
But after you're there a lot of time, like over and over again, and you just get used to it just being
Yeah.
part of the props and everything, it doesn't bother you as much.
Yeah.
But I get it. When we first went in there, I did not like it.
No.
I didn't even investigate that room. There's rooms I didn't get to.
Oh, we'll
so
go
I
back.
went to.
We'll go back, and you can go in there.
Yeah.
He's like,
Oh.
Oh,
Any reason to get us back? See, you got to go back. You got to get in that room, Sarah.
all right,
I wanna
let's
go
play
hang
it
out with
again.
Victor.
Stay. You want us to stay?
Take your time.
It's interesting the difference in the voices. Like the first one's, it doesn't sound as human-like, and then the other one, like it's more robotic, and then the other one is very human-like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Makes you wonder if it's the same person or. We heard all of us. One thing I noticed on footage review is they would hear.
So,
Oh, so I noticed that like they were saying the same things that we were saying, and we weren't communicating yet. We were separated, but you know, Stacy would say, "I just keep hearing talking," or you would say, "I think I hear someone talking," and me, John, and Jake would be like, "I hear like kids." Like we were all hearing stuff, like conversations, but then when you tried to like hone in on it, it would like kind of dissipate. But you almost feel like you're hearing chattering all the time. Lots
They're
of
talking amongst themselves.
if you have a strong clairaudience sense about you, or if you are a sensor, like I can't remember what they call it. If you could feel more than if you can hear or feel more, those are your main things. It's a very intense place.
yeah.
Sight is not as strong there as those two. Hearing is crazy. I mean, you can ask them. I'm constantly going, "Did you hear that?" Like it never
like
stops.
Conversations
Yeah.
going on. And it was weird because reviewing footage, I'm hearing them saying the same thing. Like, you know, do you hear that talking? I feel like I'm hearing talking, you know?
Yeah.
And you guys were
Yeah.
hearing footsteps and stuff in the hallway.
oh my god,
Yeah.
when I went through the hallway, I had to like turn it off. That was
What happened?
when I thought I heard something like run up through the
Oh,
hallway.
yeah.
On the second
Yeah.
floor.
Yeah.
Alan had asked earlier if you guys saw shadows on the second floor. I know he has that happen to him a lot. He'll be like staring down the corner, and I'm like, "What are you looking at?"
I thought I saw someone around the corner when I was in Ellie's room, peeking
Yep.
through. Like
I
I was
think
kind
Jake
of like
did,
peeking
too.
around, and like in that satanic room, I thought I saw someone
Yeah.
standing in there.
Yeah,
like,
because you looked out in the hallway, Fred, to see if somebody was out
Yeah.
there.
Maybe
I have seen black figures walk by there so many times. And Fred, if you've seen the movie, you know about the cloaks.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes it so much creepier. I watched the movie after investigating like
Oh,
multiple times, and it creeped me out even more now. Even though I
I
know
watched
the
it
secret.
before, so I'm like not trying to like.
he was like on a binge watch thing for like 2 days before we went.
So
I didn't watch it. I wanted to go in surprised.
So I'll tell you, I did not see the movies for a good 6 months after until 6 months after we had investigated there several times. So
Yeah.
there were many times that my business partner would be like, Angie would be like, it's like she'd reference the movie, and I'd look at Alan and be like, I better watch the damn movie. I don't know what she's talking about. Like, she's gonna get pissed at me. And then I finally watched the movie, and we had done evidence review and posted stuff, and it was finally making sense. And that's why I wanted to tell you, Sarah, because I know I touched base with you on this stuff. But
Yeah.
if you have evidence clips and you have this video that's coming out, there's some things that may make sense to you when I tell you this. There's the legend. Now, Stacy, if you did any research, or Sarah and Fred, if you did any research, you know the legend of Waldorf, which is the haunted attraction.
I think
Jake mentioned
did.
it.
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
That.
The legend is Oliver Summersby, which is that room, Oliver's room upstairs, which is where you stayed. That's a legend. That's just what the haunt is about. The legend has the child Ella in it. That's all made up.
Oh, okay.
Right. That's why I'm touching on it, because I want to make sure you know this, because this is really important. Then you have the movie, which has the cloaks and the what are they called? The plot of the movie and all that stuff, the fire and all that stuff in it, right? And the members of the movie and all that, the clown and all that. Then you have whatever happened there, the history, which I don't know what the hell happened there, other than the restaurant and you know what I told you. So we have, and then you have Angie's haunted attraction, which goes off the legend, but it changes every year. So then those rooms that you guys saw, Ella's room, Paul's room is where Stacy, you had the little boys, the children feeling. That's Paul's room. Paul's room, Fred, is where the dead girl is from the movie.
I was about to say, yeah.
Okay. Ella's room with all the stuffed animals is from Ella, the little girl from the legend of the haunted attraction. Every year, the haunt is mixed up and the legend is built upon, and Angie makes a new attraction for people to walk through. Why is this important? Because all along the times that we've done all these investigations, we have EVPs of different things that are from different things. So we have an EVP of Ella. Ella's from the legend. So
I was about to say it's like a tulpa.
It's like a tulpa.
We have an EVP that we've played on Ops, Come Play With Me, and it's electronic in voice. It says, come play with me, and it's overlapping. That's from her haunt, and that took place in Paul's room during a tour, and it was caught on, EVP, disembodied voice. That is from one of the attractions in 2021 where the girl was in the room screaming up and down. One of the actual actresses was in there going, come play with me, scaring the tour goers.
She's
Something
was interesting.
Yes. So there's an egregore, there's a tulpa, so that's the layers I was telling you about. And then you actually have Emma in the bar downstairs. There's a female who I think died, I'm surmising she died on the property. I think she might've been a prostitute who died in childbirth. My daughter had heard the name Emma, and you hear Samara during an investigation. She said, I just heard the name Emma. And right before she says that, you hear a female go, Emma. And so you have these intelligent entities and these things that are happening. And then you have these repeats that are not necessarily.
So it's almost like it could be some residual.
Yes.
And then, we just did a podcast on tulpas a week ago, saying how like you put the energy into something so much, you can actually create it. And then you have, like you said, the history we don't even know,
right,
kind of all intermingling. And then if you think about energy and how energy works, people being scared going through there as a haunted attraction, now you got energy flowing and just adding to throwing off all that energy onto whatever's already there, because that's a big part of it too. People go so scared and
Now add on to that Beltsville Lake, ley lines, stone. We're in the coal region. Add all of that in there. Plus we had a big fire in, I think, 2010. I'm not really sure. The Lenape Indians. God only knows. Like, I don't know the history of this region. I'm not even from here. Add all of that in.
Yeah.
we have no idea, and we don't even know when the house was built because we don't have history on it. But Angie's grandmother remembers it being there when she was a little kid. So we're talking early 1900s. The foundation looks like it's late 1800s. So,
Yeah.
and that's just from my untrained eyes, just, you know, looking at the houses I've been in. That's what I dated at. So,
Well, the rooms after the rooms after the rooms intertwining is definitely an older thing. It's definitely
Yeah.
like just the way that you have to go into one to get to the other is really old fashioned.
And you guys didn't even see the little house outside. When you walk through the yard, there's another house outside, which is where we found a whole nother layer that we didn't know about when we investigated it. We were like, let's go investigate there. So Larissa led the way. We went to go investigate there. And we found out there's a farming family from back in the day. And that man is very angry in that little house. He is an angry person.
Sarah met him.
Yeah, he met him.
The ass one that wanted to know where his donkey was.
Yeah.
Sarah, tell Marlena, tell the viewers about your thing, because Marlena was there when he was asking me about his donkeys, and I'm like, bro, I don't know where your donkeys are.
Yeah. So I do meditation prior to investigations because that's when I'll get things. And I had, Larissa's like, are you sure you want me to answer? Like, I don't want to really tell you too much. And I'm like, just tell me yes or no if I'm onto something. And I said, I feel like there's a man there, and I feel like, he's kind of grumpy, and I feel like there's a family there. And I said, I don't know if he was an asshole or what, but the word ass just came across my vision, like ASS, and she was dying. He's like, wait, he's looking for his donkey. I'm like, and that's when I freaking called you or messaged you, and you were in the Bahamas or something. I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. But yeah, we had a good laugh about that, but it was crazy.
She said, I just see ass.
That's all I saw. That's all I saw. And I'm like, is he ass? Or like, what is going on here? This poor girl's like, I hear this partying going on behind her, and she's like, sorry, I'm on vacation. I'm like, oh my God, why are you answering me? I'm sorry.
I was burnt to a crisp, sipping Mai Tais, like it's like with
Probably
the sunblock on my nose and nowhere else. And I'm like, I was looking for his donkeys.
I remember I was like, why are you answering me right now? Happy vacation. She's like, it's okay.
It's fine.
That's a vacation you'll never forget.
No.
Yeah. But you know what? Now you're talking about going back. I did want to go out to that house.
Hey,
we just didn't, we just
Me
didn't get
too.
the chance to because we were pussying out. We were getting tired anyway. But yeah, we definitely have to. I want to check out that area. That'd be cool.
Oh man, it's
definitely for next time.
We
You
have
guys come back.
we have a couple comments.
Uh-oh. Sarah and Fred. Oh, Sarah.
Which ones did you feel got you the most, or you felt most activity in at Hell House?
For me, it was the kitchen. It was the kitchen. I just felt like he was in there watching us, like we're in his area.
Stacy, you can answer that too, even though it says Sarah and Fred. You were there.
I would say the kids' bedroom. When Fred and I first started, that's the first place we went. And we immediately connected with what we thought was a child spirit.
That Satan room. I'm just calling it that. That was
You hated it in there. You absolutely hated it in there.
The devil
You
room.
devil worshippers.
I know, right? That pentagram.
That's where Fred saw somebody out in the hallway because he was like,
Yeah.
somebody out there?
Oh, was that with the urn? The room with the urn?
No.
Okay.
He's talking about I think he's talking about right off the dead body room.
That's for the dead body rom.
Yeah.
That's where we're going
It
to
is the dead body room.
Is that the one room we're going to be in for the
Is that the one that's painted black? Really?
Is it?
No way.
Yeah.
Did you see the room painted black
With the
with the creepy doll? Like there's like two dolls hanging.
Yeah,
It's got a newspaper hallway.
There's a giant. There's a mannequin like right next to the doorway. Then there's a little leather face off in the back corner, like a little doll leather face.
Yes, that's the dentist. That's the sewing room, like the torture room with the sewing and the dentist chair.
That's a room I
Are we the one with the couch that's got all the bodies everywhere and every corner's got bodies? And
that's the dead body room.
So that'll be the room that we're in on the Paracon.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
couch with the dead bodies. Okay.
Yes.
So that's not the room.
Thank
then.
God.
There's like
Okay.
body
Right next to it.
Okay,
positions.
swear to God.
It's
I did not
next
want
to
that
it.
room.
Now we're moving you in there, Fred. Just
Yeah.
you.
I see a
I'll
picture
face
of
them.
it coming.
I'll face
Hello.
them. I don't like it.
Alright. Dennis asked if there's any inscriptions in the basement or carvings. There
Before-
is, right?
I was going to say, Dennis also asked earlier another question we didn't get to answer. He asked if we were using any kind of old tools, or I think any of you were using
Oh
anything
yeah, where
old.
did that one go?
So like Stacy, like any kind of old, not apps. I don't think it was apps. Like what did he
You
say?
used cards. You used cards in that one.
We used
room.
an old deck of cards. We were
Yeah,
trying
we'll
to play
probably
cards
more
with
in
the
the-
spirits.
Like old experiments, yeah.
Here it is.
Any apps, no.
Blood sugar monitors, old pacemakers.
My phone was turned off and downstairs in
We
my
don't run
backpack.
apps on our phones. They set off the K2s too much, so we just don't even.
Plus, apps are BS.
Yeah, we just. I mean, even so, if there was
Hot
a
take.
legit one, they literally have set off our K2s. Like emails come through and the K2 will spike. So we just, as a general rule,
Turn
Yeah,
off.
put them
There's no
aside.
phone.
And, yep.
That way we
Okay.
don't even have to possibly rule it out. Like it's just not even an option. We don't even
Yeah.
carry them with us.
We do have marbles too. I put on the bar, I had put one of my quartz to amplify some activity too, which is funny because now thinking about it, it wasn't long after that she was in my ear. But quartz is known to amplify, so I was like, I'm just gonna stick this here and let it do its thing. So that might have helped a little
She was
bit.
like, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Clarice.
Grab mine. I have to show them. I got this just the other day, and I'm gonna use it only in certain
I'm
locations.
so proud of it.
I love it. My big chunk. hunk of muscle.
Yes.
That's a big one.
So we're gonna kind of use it to amplify activity, but obviously not at certain places like Pennhurst.
No,
No.
why not?
No.
It'll be fun.
No.
Oh,
But-
I had an old Raggedy Ann doll with me, but the room that we're investigating in had so many stuffed animals, I don't think it made a difference. But I
No.
like to bring trigger objects with me. Flask, I'm looking for like a vintage music box.
we have
Because I know the one spirit at Pennhurst likes music boxes. We take an old deck of playing cards. We'll use cigarettes as trigger objects. We did that in a prison.
Yeah. Oh, Alan. So this reminds me, Jake did put on, I think, like all around the mulberry bush or something.
That's a
and
good one, Ellen.
We had some music going in the basement and stuff. So yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
When you guys were in the basement, Jonathan, my older son, was along on the investigation, and he said he literally saw a child down in the basement.
Yeah. I had
And-
kid vibes down there too, which was strange. I didn't expect that either.
In the basement, in Hell House.
Yep.
In the basement, he said he saw an actual child.
I'm gonna bring the basement comment back up.
Ooh. Oh, any inscriptions or carvings? I don't believe that we have found any, but I can also say that we have not really gone looking. If you're in the basement, we allow certain teams, like we allowed Sarah's team because we know who they are, to go certain places in the basement that we don't just allow anybody to go. Because the basement can be dangerous. That being said, we
Thanks,
also have not crawled around the basement looking for stuff. But maybe in the daylight, and I was not a chicken, I might go and do that.
I'll go.
Yeah.
Give her
Yeah.
a couple glasses of wine; she'll be fine.
Or with wine.
Yeah.
And Alan. Like,
Yeah, I remember I said
Yeah.
to John and Jake, I said, I don't know why, but I feel like there's kids down here. And John's like, I just saw one. There is. And I'm like, that's
Yeah.
so weird. Like, why? But, they can go wherever they want, I guess. I mean,
Yeah.
what the heck?
Yeah.
Who are
Yeah,
we? To
they-
say they can't.
they go all over. Those spirits go all over there. But I will say I've never, ever encountered the kids in the basement, because in the basement, we have that shadow guy that I was telling you about.
Mhm.
And although he's not like evil, like there's nothing evil there. I'll tell you that right now. There's nothing evil there. Just creepy. I just
Yeah.
think I'm creeped out there.
Yeah.
But he's not evil, but he's not welcoming either. And I don't think they want to be around him.
Yeah.
So that's my take. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody's going to have a different experience.
Valley
Hi.
State. Hi.
I love your last name.
I know. I thought it
Yeah,
said
right?
Tom Petty.
Like, oh, Tom Petty.
Tommy Petty. He came back to speak to us. That is him.
Limestone, yeah, huge
Yeah.
capacitor.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's true. Like the court.
huge. Yep.
Very
Okay,
true.
so that building is the conduit itself.
It's
Could be.
not Larissa, Alan. I'm not the conduit.
It was my court.
Lake of Fire.
Oh, okay. I need a Marine to drive for me.
Could tell Fred's getting tired. Lake of Fire.
No, I need a Marine to drive for me, Dennis.
Oh man.
To drive for me. Okay.
Not protect her. She can protect herself.
So let's play the clips consecutively.
Okay.
Let's have everybody say if they think that they are paranormal or not in the comments, like one at a time.
I'll try not to be biased.
Okay.
So do you want me to just play them continuously or play and stop?
Yeah, and then also let's put Sarah's like channel up in the banner so that everybody can go to it and subscribe so that we can watch her
Thank
video next
y'all.
week.
Yeah,
Because the new
I'll send
videos
it
are
out
out
to you
next
guys
week.
too. I'll send it out.
Okay. Can you put it in the comments? Can she type it in there? I don't know how this works. I don't know how my own thing works. Make it
I
work.
mean, it's on the banner.
Oh, it is
If
on
you
the
put
banner.
it in the comments, not everybody's gonna see it.
Oh, see? I don't know how to work.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
Her and Fred know what they're doing. We don't. Larissa.
That's what we say at work.
Do you see, Sarah? Do you
Yeah,
see?
she's just like me. Even with the horror movies, I feel the stabs. I can't watch them. I
Oh.
feel it, and I'm like, ah, too much.
I'll stay over here in my lane.
Yep.
Wait. There they are. Sorry. Okay, I'm playing now. Am I pausing in between?
Hell House 3.
Yeah.
Oh, what is the Lake of Fire? Jesus Christ! What the fuck was that? I heard something in my ear. I'm sorry.
It's still
That's so
funny.
good. So good. So
Oh,
funny.
I hate myself for screaming. I vote yes, paranormal.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Fabian.
Paranormal. Anybody else? Anybody else say it's not paranormal? Anybody?
Stacy, you think it's
Me.
paranormal?
Yeah, I'm kidding.
I'm
I
not
think
sure
it
that's enough to share.
We got a yes from Alan.
Yay. Thank you.
Yes from Dennis.
Woo. I like
Okay.
this.
I'm gonna give you
Sarah
guys 5
doesn't just
seconds
scream
to
for
talk
anything.
Para
No.
spooky for sure. Thanks, Lauren.
Lauren. Thank you
All
guys.
right. Voice for sure. Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
one more. All right. All right, guys.
Yay.
I'm moving on to the next one. You better learn to type faster. Stop typing with the fingers.
You type like me.
All right, knocking on the bar now.
God, that was so loud.
I'm gonna say yes, just because I was there and it wasn't us.
I'd say yes because there was no heat on. There was no,
10%.
no
Yep.
plumbing, no nothing.
Yeah. I can't
I'm gonna say
debunk it.
yes.
I don't know what else it'd be.
Oh, unsure.
Okay.
To be
Yeah,
ruled
that's
out.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paranormal, yes.
I'm gonna err on the side of yes, just because I know the heat was off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't. It's too distant. Like I don't know who would be doing that.
Yeah.
It's like in the walls. It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless there's a raccoon somewhere tapping.
Lawrence
Yeah.
is going with not paranormal only because it's an old building and buildings can make weird noises.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Did I hear 3 knocks? It was 5 knocks. It's 3
Spot,
repetitive
yeah.
and then 1, 2.
Yeah. It's like 3 quick ones and then it like tapers off. It's weird. Yeah. Okay. I can take
We
that.
we need people like Lawrence, like the
Yeah,
voice.
Yeah,
of reason, you know?
absolutely.
And now we can try and debunk it next time
I'm
we go.
down on
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
do like a knocking test
really-
or something.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
test
gonna
it.
do so much more when we get
Yeah.
So that one's
That one's a 50-50.
freaky door to check it out. Yeah.
So,
So
yeah.
it needs to be tested again and then maybe we
Forgetting
can
about the
decide
door.
after.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? Howling.
Gonna get them all fired up. There's a because it was in
That was to the knocking noise.
yeah. I'm
So-
saying paranormal just because the light. Just because I know I don't think Larissa was howling. I mean, if she does, more power to her. I'm pretty sure Stacy wasn't
Nope.
an animal. And
That
'cause the
kitchen is so
so-
secluded, you wouldn't be able to hear any noises from anywhere else.
Thank you. Lawrence is bringing it back now. He gets a gold.
And for me, I don't have any other explanation for it.
It is weird, Casey. It
Yeah,
is
it's
weird.
bizarre.
I can't explain it.
I have to say paranormal just because I feel like that's Robbie.
Yeah.
It just, I
Yeah.
sense it.
I literally wrote on the evidence I gave to him, kid howling, because I just automatically thought it was a kid.
Yeah.
So Fabian says 50-50. Yeah.
All right. Sounds like weird things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sound does weird things.
They're still coming. Definitely paranormal. Think strongly it was a kid and you didn't hear real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on where the kitchen is from your findings, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's whether it's a kid or it's the creepy man, who knows? It's definitely paranormal.
Yeah. There's sirens going down the street.
I was
So,
like,
you know.
woo!
Yeah.
The howling kid.
It's
Finding
Tony. It's Tony.
Tony said enough. He's coming to shut it down.
Like, all right, BTW, get down there.
BTW, let's go.
You can answer EMT calls and chat on a podcast.
I don't know. He disappeared. Maybe he's doing something important.
Love you, Tony.
We're going on to the K2.
All right. Are you behind me? Light this up to orange if you're behind me. Wow. Okay. I knew it. I don't see how that's anything but paranormal.
I gotta go with paranormal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just spiked right after you asked it.
Right after and very highly. But that was the only time we got that high of a spike in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay, thank you. Woohoo. Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Anybody else?
I'm sitting here like
We're all typing. Yeah.
Playing with it now.
Sarah's like, I dare you to say it's not. I dare
I
you.
will just
Why
give me
are
a
you-
reason.
I
you
will
like to
shut
get
it
me.
down.
Exactly. I can get to you though.
No, you can't.
Para,
All
I
right.
really think you're all sitting there typing like this with your where is the why?
They're contemplating. They want to make sure that they get it right. They want to make sure that it's accurate.
All right, last one.
All right. Moving on, guys. This is the responses from the ink box.
Stay. You want us to stay?
Take your time.
I love that one. Take your time.
No. Wipe my finger 'cause I'm pretty.
That was gonna be my second thing I said. Fat fingers can't find the buttons. All right, you guys think it's paranormal?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that box.
Yep.
I love that box, and I want to say paranormal. The only problem I have with the radios is that there's that argument out there that it's just these radio waves. Like everybody, that's the one skeptical argument is it's just radio waves. It could be coincidence.
Absolutely. But I think the thing with these boxes, though, it goes through so much so fast if it's one voice coming through with the whole sentence, like how.
I
So-
agree.
You know
So,
what I mean?
Alan, yeah, you'll see more context to that because he was saying he wants more context to that
Right.
when the video comes up.
Yeah.
But again, sending clips to Sky, we have to shrink them down because Facebook won't let you send them. But you'll get more context. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of our answers were direct answers to the questions we asked. It wasn't just a random answer out of nowhere. It pertained to what we had asked it.
So what was the
So-
question you had asked that led up
If
to
I-
them saying stay?
If I remember right, because it's me that sent the clips to Fred, I believe that it said Stacy's name. And she was like, oh, it's not verbatim because I don't remember, but something along the lines of, do you like that we come and talk to you? Are you okay with us being here? That type of thing. And that sort of thing, maybe not exact words. And that's when stay had come through. So, if that helps at all. But that's going off of me getting the clip a week or two ago.
Yeah, I just
so-
wish that we could have sent the whole thing.
Yeah.
Someone just sent the whole
But
thing.
you'll
with
see it in the
context.
video. It'll be I think
Which
it's
is so
gonna be
annoying.
2 videos. Just
I
because
always forget about Google Drive.
It doesn't matter, guys. We can't show that.
Yeah.
The clips can't be that long on here anyway. You
It
know,
has to
Yeah.
be less than a couple, like 30
I'm
seconds.
in the clear.
Yeah.
Yes.
we're happy to just even have five clips, and I'm dying to see your freaking video next
When
week.
you
I'm
hear our
stoked.
names clear,
It's gonna be 2 parts too.
2 parts. We
Yep.
usually do, and that's partially because YouTube, if your videos go more than 10 minutes, they don't like to circulate them as much, so we split them up. So there'll be 2 videos.
So next
Thank you,
weekend,
Alan.
Thank you.
what time is this going to air?
Noon,
Probably around noon.
Sunday
on,
noon.
on Sunday at noon. So
Yeah.
I can't watch it live because we're going to be doing something at that time. But I will be watching it on the replay. I will be watching it because I need to see.
Yeah.
This
And I'll
freaking
send
video.
it to you. I'll send it through Messenger. That way you know.
You can
Absolutely.
click and go.
Yeah.
And how
And
long
props
is
to
it?
Fred. Fred does an amazing job on these videos. He is wonderful.
you.
Thank you, Fred.
I've seen
Thank
some
you.
of them. So
Yeah.
how long is it?
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
I need to start like really, really diving in. Which, speaking of which, I have to come up to Hell House at some point to get some B-roll of the outside. It only
That's
takes me like
fine.
2 minutes.
Yeah, it's fine.
But no, it takes them a while to. I mean, a couple
'Cause we gotta
hours
go
a day for
through-
a week.
We got to go through like most of the time. You know, you got stationary sometimes. So you got like sometimes up to 5 cameras to make one video.
But
So,
you're adding words in. You're
words,
adding
narrations,
music.
and so like if I'm not distracted, like 2 or 3 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
But his normal is about 5 days because you get distracted.
I get distracted very easily. And on YouTube, Elias.
Our YouTube channel, Beyond the Walls, and it'll be Sunday about noon.
Yeah.
Excited.
And then I'll post a link to it on our Facebook page, Beyond the Walls, as well. So you
Yes.
can always find it on there.
And
Make
you guys
sure-
can put it on your whatever you want, your third eye or your whatever. I don't really care. You can share it. Yeah.
I was just going to say to you, Sarah, go on Third Eye, go on P.A.R.A. Pulmonary Research Alliance, go on my page, tag me, tag Sky, tag Marlena, tag Alan, and blast it.
Yeah,
because
absolutely.
all these people are on our page, so if they miss it on yours, they will definitely pick it up somewhere.
Thank you, Fabian.
Thank you, Fabian. Yeah,
Well, thank you.
absolutely. We'll do that. Thank you. Gettysburg was great. We got to go back there too.
We have so many
Yes.
places. We got a
Well,
lot.
we're gonna do some stuff with you guys. We're excited. 2023 is freaking filled and just saturated, but 2024 we're gonna collaborate with you.
That's gonna be the year.
Just wait.
It's gonna be so exciting.
It's gonna be good.
23 is going to build up, and then 2024 is going to explode.
It is.
Right.
We can't
This is
wait.
the build. This is the build.
It is.
Absolutely.
Before we end everything, I do want to ask you guys if you had to tell everybody out there about your overall experience at Hell House and what you think of the location and what your advice would be and about private team rentals, what would each of you say? And we'll start with Stacy.
Private rentals for there, I'd say definitely go for it. Our next time we're going to stay longer because it will be warmer. And I didn't get to the basement. We'd like to get out back to the little house, but it was amazing. It was fantastic. It was a little different than a lot of other places with all the props, but I thought that was pretty cool. Added to almost like the spookiness factor.
Yes.
And then the no plumbing and the no electric, you didn't have to worry, is my K2 picking up, electric from something else, because it wasn't, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's no, like, some of the noises, the heat's not on. You have to worry about the heat kicking on. You don't have to worry about water running or pipes making noise.
Yeah.
I thought it was great. I loved it.
Awesome. Fred?
So as soon as I walked in the door, I was trying so hard not to geek out. But obviously,
No, you were geeking out.
yeah. Because that first Hell House movie, I think honestly one of the coolest like found footage horror movies. I think it's fantastic. And then once like really dove in, trying to separate the two in my head. But outside of that, like awesome, really cool place. Like second favorite next to Penhurst. Sorry, I love Penhurst.
It's okay.
But it was just when we go back, I definitely want to do some things different next time around, try and really get more out of it for sure. And yeah, the the props and everything. Like it was cool to see stuff from the movie.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
And
too.
again, like, you know, at first, like I'd round the corner and see one, I'm like, oh, it's just a stupid prop, and walk away.
I jumped a few
But-
times too. Yeah.
But it's like, you know, you investigate someone's home, they're gonna have their stuff
yeah.
there. You can't exactly, you know, get mad about it or anything like that because it's part of their home,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So it's a business as well as a place you can go to investigate.
Yeah.
I think it was awesome, and I cannot wait to go back.
Awesome. Sarah?
So what I would say is it's definitely got some stuff going on. Be open-minded because, you know, like I kind of had a little preconceived notion because of things I was picking up. And then when I got in there, it was something different. Just be open and don't go in expecting anything and just see what comes to you. And don't compare your experience with anyone else because you'll probably have a different experience. There's a lot going on there. There's a lot happening. So don't try and go in and say, I'm going to talk to Beatrice and I'm going to talk to Keith, was it? You know,
Robbie.
just go in and be open-minded and someone will communicate with you, but be patient. If you're going to sit there for 20 minutes and expect something to happen, well, it's probably not. You got to give it time.
Awesome.
So,
Yeah.
but thank you guys. It was great. And this was fun. Did
No,
Alan asked if the prop.
no. How would
They
they?
didn't.
I
No.
don't think so.
I mean, they weren't laying on the floor for us to trip over. So no, it wouldn't.
You know how many times the one in the dining room got me?
It actually did enhance it a little bit because, like, when we did the first walkthrough, I was jumping because I didn't know they were around the corners. So it kind of gets you like, ah.
It was funny. I had a good time.
But interfere.
I think
and they weren't
I
laying-
think I think people forget how Angie is. That's why she's almost, I believe she was number one in most haunted attraction. It's because she works year round. Year round, she is working on that house to get it ready for the next season. Like she doesn't just stop after October.
Right. Yeah.
So
She's a
for,
true
you know,
scream queen.
she's a scream queen. I mean, for a reason, and it shows it in that house. That's her baby.
yeah, we walked. The airways were clear, and we were walking.
Yeah.
Fine. There was nothing obstructing anything, so we were fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guys, also, how many how many times do you go into Gettysburg and you're, you know, or anywhere that has like a historic value and there's like the wax figures or
Oh my
Museums.
God.
Yeah.
Remember the Moravian house?
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
like stuff everywhere. It was a museum. There were guns everywhere. The Henry rifles, clocks. Like,
I mean,
Remember
do you
the
say I can't
County
investigate
Museum?
here? because
Yeah.
because do you go to the Jenny Wade house and say I can't investigate here because there's a wax figure in the kitchen? Like, you know.
and the Jenny Wade house is so
Yeah.
skinny going up the steps. Like, oh, I can't carry my equipment. Yeah. no.
Remember the Pike County Museum?
Oh my
They had
God.
Oh
the
yeah.
bear.
Pike County. Yeah. The
Pike
bear.
County had the bear. It had
Yeah, you were.
wasn't there Native American statues over in the Native American area?
all kinds, Abraham Lincoln stuff, and
They
That
had
place
like
is cool.
mannequins
you guys
with
should
Madame
investigate
Pierce's
that, by
outfits.
the way. Stacy found that one. You guys should investigate
Pike County
that.
Museum. It has the flag on it and Abraham Lincoln's actual blood on it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh.
The day
have
he
a-
was shot in the theater, they propped his head up with this flag, and it has his blood on it, and they have it on display in the Pike County Museum.
That's
And
pretty cool.
Oh.
we were down in the
And we
basement.
got lots of activity in
Yeah.
there. That was a good
we had
place.
we were doing the mag light thing, and Jake asked. He just shot in the dark. He was like,
Lawrence.
but so Jake asked if Abraham Lincoln was here, and that flashlight turned on right away. We got nothing the whole time, and he just happened to ask that, and then the thing turned on. Now, could it actually be Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah, like who knows?
Who knows?
But his,
But
his
that was
flag is there
insane.
with his blood on it. And
That's
they have
crazy.
a
Right?
beam from 9/11 that was pulled from the rubble in there. There's a lot going on, and it was really cheap. It was like $50
$250?
a person or something, and
Wow.
we had as long as we wanted.
What was the
That's
name of
pretty
the
cool.
place?
Pike
Pike-
County Museum in Milford, PA.
It comes up as something else too. It has like names to it.
We've heard of that.
There you
It's
go,
not
Alan. I got
far
it.
for you guys at all, and
I
it's
think Ghost Hunters was there a long time ago.
Yeah, it's really, really a neat place.
The
So.
basement was very active. I think there's a child spirit in the basement, and I think there's another spirit in the basement that's kind of controlling the child spirit,
Yeah,
so to speak.
There's
But
lots.
anytime we ask
Too much
anything
more,
about Abraham
Stacey.
Lincoln,
what was that, Larissa?
Don't tell us too much more.
Yeah.
anytime we ask anything about
Larissa
Abraham
wants to
Lincoln
know.
or the
Sorry.
current economic
Don't watch our
situation, we
video.
were getting K2 hits.
No, watch it.
Wow.
Yeah, check that out though. They're very nice there too.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah, it was really
Sounds
good.
amazing.
That does.
Our investigation videos from it are on the YouTube channel as well. From Pike
Okay.
County, we have 2 different videos up.
Yep.
We'd love to go back there too.
Yeah, that's on our list as well.
2024 collaboration.
Yeah, we're
Do it.
doing Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, this
Well,
was fun.
we had a great time
Yeah.
with you guys, and I think you guys should come back. I think one of the most important takeaways, besides the fact that your evidence is amazing and I cannot wait to see this freaking video,
Oh,
that-
thank you.
yeah, absolutely. The most important takeaway is that it is better than Pennhurst, and Fred hasn't figured it out yet.
Hey, I will argue.
She slid that in there. She slid that in.
No,
Fred was in his glory all night.
No, it's one of the most important takeaways is that every place, has its own experience to offer to investigators, and you just have to have an open mind going in.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's
You
what
have
it's
to
like.
adapt.
Yeah.
And any investigator worth their salt knows you have to adapt to your environment.
Yeah.
You guys came in, you kicked ass,
Yep.
and you've had amazing evidence. And I'm excited for Sunday.
We are too.
That and I
Thank you,
feel-
Alan, any suggestions? My only is coffee, man. That's it. That's it. And that's
Coffee and some
anywhere we
warming.
go, I'm like, is there coffee? And there never is. So maybe
I feel it's all in the way you talk to the spirits. If you go
Absolutely.
somewhere and you're not getting anything, maybe you're not asking the right questions.
you.
Maybe you're not talking to them in a nice tone. You're just not connecting with them.
Or maybe they just don't like you.
They can sense
Also-
it, yeah.
Respect
Hey,
their home.
Alan's having
Yeah.
coffee.
Exactly.
If
You're
you're
going into
walking
their
around-
territory
Right.
and you want to speak to them. What's to say they want to speak to you?
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And if you're walking around acting like you don't like their house, maybe.
Yeah.
You'll be like, I ain't gonna talk to you.
I do think people forget that sometimes. It's like they don't have to talk to you.
Yep.
So they might not, and that's okay. But you can't take away from someone else's experience because of that. Because that wasn't the other
Absolutely.
people's experience. They had a different one than you,
Absolutely. Well, we hope to see you guys back.
Yay.
Excited for Sunday.
Yes.
Amazing evidence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, share everywhere. Share
Oh, we
all
will.
your stuff. Share your video. Share your feed, what's coming up, your event, whatever you got to do. Share it all over our stuff. Spread it
Oh,
out there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate
Absolutely.
that. Thank you. Stacy,
Anytime.
that's you, girl. You're
Anytime.
good with Facebook. She's
What'd you
good.
say?
Para
I
Unity.
said, that's Stacy. She's so good with that shit that she gets banned.
Every day.
I'll just tell her she can't.
Every single week, it's like 1 hour, 1 hour, 1 hour, 24 hours. I just got off of a 6-day ban.
Oh, I was gonna
That is
say,
super
you're a rookie. I'm on week bans.
This is for the P.A.R.A.Normal page, not my personal page.
Oh no, I'm on personal page bans.
But we're like,
You're
we're
a rookie.
exploding, we're blowing up, and Facebook can't handle it. So like, we got to stop them.
Yeah, yeah.
Take a 6-day ban and take a break.
Girl, talk to me when you're in federal Facebook prison. Right now you're in county jail.
You're just sipping your wine, like, I don't care.
I do want to investigate an actual, like a big jail.
I know, Ohio or something. One day.
Or out of state.
We just need more
reformatory.
money. Shit. Start a GoFundMe for our investigation. Just kidding.
Guys,
Thank
it
you
was
guys
a pleasure.
so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you. This was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Have a great night, guys.
You
Sarah,
too.
I'll
Bye,
catch up
thank
with
you.
Awesome.
Fred, I'm coming for you and your algorithm.
Come on over, I'll help you.
You gotta come over. You gotta come over.
I'll
He'll
talk
show
with you,
ya.
girl. I'll help you.
Yeah, you gotta come
I'm
down.
coming over with wine. I have an MO.
She's gonna have wine, but she'll be here.
Well, then you better tell me when you're coming over.
Yeah.
Oh, you come too. As long as
Yeah,
as
I'm
long-
coming too.
definitely come down and he can show you, because I
Slumber
think
party.
probably need to see it in person.
Thank you
'cause
for subscribing, Casey.
Where was that voice from? I don't know what just happened to him.
I'm so
He had
tired.
the list. Thumbs up, guys.
All right, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Thank you. Have
Have a good night.
Thanks everybody for watching. If you watch
Thank
later,
you all for coming in and asking all that stuff.
Yes.
Oh, I'm really tired. I'm sorry.
All right, guys.
I don't know.
Bye.
Keep an open mind. Don't
Bye.
be a skeptic. Join us Wednesday at 7 p.m. Thank you, everybody. It was a great show. Here's your commercial. Good night.
Good night.